Wars the card game. Featuring more famous video games than you can shake a stick at, Console Wars finally allows you to win a war you've been fighting and probably losing on the internet your entire life. Quit being a keyboard warrior with the warm embrace of anonymity to protect you. Now you and your friends can fight on the front lines, battling for incredible franchises, exclusivity, and eventual victory. Collect some of the most famous video game franchises of all time. Protect them with loyal and frighteningly dedicated fans. Brave the volatile video game industry and claim the ultimate victory in the console wars. Your favorite video game making mega corporation needs you. Enlist today. Head to consolewarsgame.com. Pick up a copy of Console Wars the card game, outshine your rivals, and prove that your platform reigns supreme. Out now. This is XboxEra. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the Xbox Era podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support. Everything XboxEra does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/XboxEra, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. I want my piano, damn it.
What do you
want? I want my piano.
Oh, you don't hear it?
No!
It is playing.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 295 of the Xbox Era podcast. We're here to discuss the latest in gaming from across the industry, but overall, we're focused on your favourite platform, Xbox. Xbox Era are a fiercely independent and community-driven publication, and it's only made possible by you lovely lot. So big shout-outs to all of our patrons and supporters across YouTube and everywhere else, but especially to our MVPs, executive producers, and grand benefactors, namely Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S, and of course our wonderful CEO, Torn Raptor. As per usual, we're going to start off 2026 in the right way. I am joined by the one and only Special Nick.
What's going on?
Reviews editor Jesse.
Why? Hello. I have no idea why the music's not playing for you. It is definitely playing for the stream.
I can hear it on the stream. I can hear it on the stream.
Good, good. And a man that is definitely playing Warcraft right now, it's Jez Corden.
I'm playing Fallout, not Fallout. But close enough, right?
Close enough.
I'm sick of Warcraft at the minute. I'm kind of over it.
Really, I've heard that from Warcraft addicts before, Jez. It's never true.
Well, they've got expansion coming.
I mean, I'll play it again eventually. It's just like there's just nothing to do right now, you know. End of the season, and you know, waiting for the next expansion. There's just nothing to do really. So we're hitting the backlog, and by backlog I mean games that I've already played hundreds of hours already and playing them again for some reason.
Oh, is this Fallout 4 or Fallout 76?
I'm playing Fallout 4 for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Again.
Okay.
I have no idea why, but
you are.
You do it.
You're not alone in that. I was sitting there last night, and I was like, I want to play something, and I was around my partner's house. I was in bed, and I had my ally,
and I didn't want to start like a really big game like The Outer Worlds 2 or something like that, which is on my backlog still. And for some reason, I saw Chorus. Do you remember Chorus from 2022? Chorvs.
Chorvs.
Game, right?
Right? And I installed that, and the Ally can run that at a locked 60, everything on Epic, and it's a really solidly to play flight space combat game. But I was swiftly reminded, just like I remember reviewing it, she whispers a lot. She's always like, "Hello, my old friend," all the fucking time while you're trying to shoot stuff, and it's really irritating. But aside from that, the gameplay is actually solid. But it's a really great game if you're hankering for something to play on your handheld that runs really well and has a campaign of decent length. Chorvs is something to perhaps check out, and it's pretty cheap license right now. Cheap as chips.
I've tried to get into that like so many times, and for some reason I just can't. I don't know why.
It's got like a 45-minute to an hour long before you actually get the good ship and the good powers intro. So that might be like it sets all the... But the funny thing about that game is you are playing a mass genocidal murderer. That's the character you're playing. Like at the beginning of the game, spoiler alert, she blows up a fucking planet, and then she's like, "Oh, that was probably bad," and then she abandons the crazy order that's trying to take over the galaxy after murdering billions of people, and then that's the hero protagonist, and it's like...
She's better than Judge Dredd, who blew up a planet and then was like, "Fuck yeah."
But yeah, interesting. Anyway, boys, it's New Year. It's 2026. First podcast episode of the year. How was Grubbsmas, Nick? I don't watch it out of protest.
It was great. No, Grubbsmas was good. Everyone got
good
excited because the rumor mill was back, so everyone got really excited.
What rumor did you break this time?
I provided information on the next mainline Zelda game.
Ooh, risky.
Yeah, it is.
Risky.
Because I've been told that Nintendo, if you get on Nintendo's radar, you're in big trouble.
And you're not that far from them. They could just fly some ninjas right down to you.
Yeah, I know they're in Melbourne. They have a headquarters in Melbourne, so I probably should be wary. And I also, I don't know. I think it was just because it's been so long since we've done the rumor mill, I decided to throw in an extra little thing that I had heard about the January Direct. But it was just sort of, it wasn't a, Jesse can probably explain it better than I can. It wasn't like a, I heard this is happening. It was more of a...
XboxEra reports.
Someone reached out saying, hey, they've seen this, which leads them to believe that Square Enix might be the ones at the Direct.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
someone asked me about that on the Xbox 2 podcast.
Sorry?
Someone asked me about that on the Xbox 2 podcast, what you said about Square Enix. And it's funny because me and Rand last week, we were talking about how maybe Square Enix will probably show up again because they've had so much like co-marketing with Microsoft recently. And they keep putting out like Xbox specific tweets and all this kind of stuff, and it really, and also they've got the Final Fantasy 7 remake coming on Xbox soon. So I think like
a spot on the Direct for that?
No,
for real?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it wouldn't be for that. It wouldn't be for that.
Well, I think like they'd mention it at the very least, but I think like there's also other things that could talk about, like the upcoming Dragon Quest game, and you know.
What about the rumored Final Fantasy IX remake?
Well,
or
that
remaster,
too,
or whatever it is.
A title card for Final Fantasy 17 coming in 2030 or something. I don't know. But they seem to be, Microsoft and Square Enix seem to have this kind of thing where it's like, yeah, we'll support Xbox, but you have to give us a bit of your marketing juice.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like Square Enix at the Dev Direct is probably a shoe-in, I would say.
Wow.
Again, I didn't say I heard they're going to be there. Someone reached out and said
Square Enix is going to be at the Dev.
XboxEra confirms.
Someone just reached out and said, hey, I've found this, which makes me think Square Enix is going to be there. But the thing is, I can't publicly say what it is this person found that leads them to believe that. Maybe I'll say it off air, but I can't say.
I would be so disappointed. Like, considering the slate this year, I would be so sad.
Oh, for sure. From a personal perspective, 100%. Like, I'm like, really? Square Enix? Yeah.
Yeah. But then I also...
Square Enix on Xbox, right?
Oh, I don't
Sorry?
give two shits about most of
I
Square
don't care.
Enix's games.
I don't play Final Fantasy. I don't play Square
Couldn't
games
give a
except
fuck.
Tomb Raider when they own Tomb
It's good
Raider.
for the platform, right? You can endure
Yes.
Square Enix for 5 minutes
Yes.
for the dev direct, for the good of the platform. I would have thought. No?
Dead
Yes.
platform, Jez. It's a dead
Square
platform.
Square Enix supporting the
And why are you watching
platform
the
is a
Direct at
good
all,
thing.
Exactly right.
Just from a personal perspective, I don't. Outside of when they own Tomb Raider, I don't play Square Enix games, like any of them.
They occasionally make something, and I'm struggling to think of, like you, Nick, like Tomb Raider, yeah, when they published that. They published Deus Ex back in the day, like the newer one.
Oh, yeah, they did too.
But outside of, like, those, they've kind of...
Now it's just all the JRPGs. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
they've got
they
rid of
do
all the
now.
Western stuff. So,
Outriders 2. Oh, no, they canceled that.
yeah, they cancelled it.
All right, I need to
Kinda
know,
funny
can you
'cause,
hear
I'm
this?
more interested in seeing Square Enix than I am Halo and Forza. So I'd rather.
Oh,
rather
nah.
see Square Enix than
Forza
Halo.
Horizon 6. God,
Yeah.
I need to
cares
see
about
what that
You
game
just-
looks like.
Another racing game. You just get a car.
and-
You've seen the car a million times. Drive left, and then it's
need-
job done.
Another
Oh,
What
come on,
that game
JRPG.
looks like.
You can take any game and boil it down to, you pick up a gun, you shoot some guys in the face. We've
Another-
done it a million times. You can do that all day long.
Another post-apocalyptic shooter. Meh.
This is a super chat.
Yeah, from Apple.
From Abdul. Special Nick, best linker in the industry. Nick, greater than Jez.
That's Jez just smirks to
wait for the
himself.
Gears
What a
Gears collection. Goddamn Gears collection. Speaking of Christmas wishes that didn't come true, did you guys get anything fun and nice for Christmas? Get anything good?
I got 2 weeks off work. Well, a week off work. A week and a bit off work. That was enough for me.
Congrats.
I
Are
work
you
right
back?
through.
Are you back at it now, or you?
Yeah, I'm back at it now. Go on.
Fun.
You guys hear the clapping or no?
Yeah, I can hear the clapping. Now.
Okay, I
Fine.
fixed it.
Can hear the clapping. Yeah.
Well, so just 2 weeks. You didn't get anything else worth of note there, Jez? No cool video game nerdiness or.
No, I'm too old for Christmas, man. Genbox 360 bought me a nice bottle of alcohol and
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
and a beard care kit.
I have to say, your beard is looking rather
shout
well
out.
groomed.
A beard
Yes,
care
it's-
kit. Is it from Manscaped?
Nice and soft.
It's not from Manscaped. We're not sponsored by them anymore, so we don't use that product. But
Ah, okay.
nah, Jen hooked me up, so that's all thanks.
Nice. What about you, Nick? Did you get anything good? Anything fun?
Nothing spectacular. An aftershave, couple of t-shirts. I like dressy t-shirts because I got too many everyday shitty t-shirts. So a couple of dressy ones. What else? Fuck, not much else, man.
Yeah.
That's
What about you, Jess? Did you get anything good, Jesse?
All right, as I sit back down, yeah, I got, so not Christmas gifts, essentially, but I got the Red Magic 11 Pro phone from
It's a
Red
monster
Magic.
of a phone.
Yeah, it's a ridiculously nice phone. These are haptic triggers for if you want to play games on it, and actually works and feels real good. So,
Yeah.
and that is liquid cooling, which I can turn on real quick. Because why
Wow.
not have a cooling fan and liquid cooling built into your freaking phone? It's the nicest phone I've used, and I've used some pretty good ones. It's real nice and big, feels great in the hands. You could kill a puma if you hit him with it. So I'll try and cover this for the site somehow. I don't know how. And the other
Yeah.
thing, which took 3 weeks in customs, Crimson Pearl Abyss sent me a Crimson Desert backpack.
Oh, that's nice.
And a
of
nice
them.
card.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got that.
Yeah.
I got it right.
That's kind of them.
Have you played Crimson Desert yet, Jez?
I have.
Yeah. I quite liked it when I got to play it at Summer Games Fest. It was very fun.
This one.
Oh, look at you guys getting all nice Christmas presents. Although it's weird. I got this for Christmas.
I got mine at Gamescom though.
I got this at Christmas. And this is I don't often get presents, like really, but this is fucking awesome. Look how cool my backpack is.
That's
right?
sick.
And I was playing around with this.
Oh my
you got
God.
Pac-Man, and then there's a Halo ring,
Halo.
and then I could have like a pixel art chief shooting shit.
Don't put Grok up on there.
What's the battery life on it?
So it doesn't come with a battery. You have to put like a power bank in. So I picked up like I don't know, a 20,000 mAh thin slimline one. It's been in there for about 4 days and it's on about 80%. So you can walk around all day and use up like 50, 60%. But it's actually it's all waterproof. It's super sturdy. And obviously we're traveling a lot. And right now it's got everything in there. But I was great at that. And obviously I got this excellent t-shirt from my daughter and stepdaughter. So I don't know what they're trying to say.
They watch you stream.
Yeah, I don't know what they're intimating. But that was about it for Christmas, really. It was just mostly a good excuse for food and family, which is nice. But I got told off because that backpack, it was on Black Friday sale, and I ended up buying it. And then my missus was like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "Because I saw it and I wanted it."
John hates money.
Return it. I've got it for you for Christmas. I was like, "Oh, sorry." So I ruined it, but never mind. Anyways, outside of Christmas stuff, have you guys been playing any video games outside of Fallout? Been playing anything else, Jez?
No.
Nope.
I've just been playing Fallout non-stop. I don't know why. Like, it really just hooked. Well, I'm hyped for the TV show, right? And I haven't watched the new season yet because I'm going to watch it with my girlfriend when I go back to Germany in a couple of weeks. And so I'm like, I'm sitting there hyped. Oh, lost the audio.
I know.
We can
You're
hear
still
you.
there. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm hyped for Fallout, and someone on Windows Central was like saying that Fallout didn't run very well on their Ally. So I was like, I need to check this. So I installed Fallout to test it on the Ally. I was like, hang on a sec, this runs pretty well. And then I just ended up playing it, and now I've got like 4 days played on this save. in like 2 weeks. And
Wow.
I'm building out my sanctuary, got a bunch of mods and DLC. My sanctuary's looking pretty damn sick. In fact, maybe
You can try and share it on StreamYard.
I think I can do that.
It would not work.
Yeah, I don't think it works in the way that you think it would work. So there's
Like it'll show
probably
for
no
us,
point.
but with the way I pull all the cameras in, it'll just show nothing. Unfortunately.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, I do. I'm running OBS. So to make it work, I have to do.
Hang on, I think if he puts it up instead of himself,
Hold on, Jez is gone.
Yeah.
he's totally removed himself.
Well, he tried to swap over. I'm guessing he swapped from his camera to his capture device, but it didn't work.
It definitely hasn't worked.
No. Technically, I'm showing Fallout as is.
Does he know he's gone?
I don't know. I don't even know if he can hear us to know he's gone.
He can. When you're in the
How
bullpen,
can
you
he
can
hear
still hear
us if
people.
he's not in StreamYard?
He's in StreamYard. He's down in the bullpen.
Is
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Where it says Jez,
Yes,
device is
there
not
he is.
connected.
Oh, he's there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Honestly, this guy.
Generally, that'll happen if you try
For
and
the
switch
record,
up
it was
and have
John
time
that
breaks.
organised Jez.
Meaning,
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, look at the guest that we're having all the problems with now.
He's back.
You there, Jez?
He's back.
What were you doing just then?
Oh, like what? Like on Google Meet, you can just point your camera at Eldar and then it works.
Your
He's back
mic
on-
has
he's back on his
reverted.
buds, Mike's. He's back on his buds.
Yeah, your mic has reverted away from what you were on. You broke everything, Jez.
You're not soft. You can do it
Feels
on Google
fine.
Meet.
Yeah, but Google Meet has, like, unless you pay for it, a time limit. And the video quality is just not as good.
The
And all
first
the other
podcast
features.
of the year is off to a flyer.
Yeah, it's off to a great start. What about you, Jesse? You been playing anything to see in 2026?
I did a everyone's favorite game, Starfield, over on New Year's as we went across the clock for me into 2026. It was a fun time. Still a game I really enjoy playing quite a bit. But I was never the walk in a direction and find random things type of person in Bethesda games. I like doing quests, and I'll do a little exploration around them type. So I still really like that. But the one I ended up playing a lot of yesterday, if memory serves, was Necromunda Hired Gun, a game that was a 4 when I reviewed it back at launch, because the Xbox version and the PlayStation version were both utterly broken as far as aiming goes. It's a Warhammer game based in the Underhive, if you know all that stuff. I think it's 40k because it's pretty futury and miserable. But it is 40K. Yeah. Which is weird because they don't throw the Warhammer side of it out there much at all. They just call it Necromunda Hired Gun. And you're going in, there's like a full campaign you can do, but they also have like extra bounties you can run, and you're building up a bunch of gear and just kind of doomy, like really janky Doom Eternally your way through an okay story that played horribly at launch and now plays very well. They went back and they fixed it, and this review is so old that I didn't even know how to do the multiple timeline things yet to get the fade in and fade out to work with our old intro circle.
Wow.
Oh, it worked there. I didn't do it on the beginning. But yeah, they actually gave it away for free on Epic, so that was a version I played just so I could play on mouse and keyboard, because it was also pre-Play Anywhere on, because I think it had a Game Pass deal for a little bit. It's on the Microsoft Store, but it's not Play Anywhere. It's just good, dumb fun. It's generally pretty cheap, and if you keep up with your Epic Game Store redemptions, you have it. If you're ever just looking for...
I need to get better at that.
Yeah.
I need to get better at that.
Do. Like, I'm so ridiculously OCD and religious about it. Like, my kids have 400 games each because I've bin logging into their accounts and redeeming all those free games.
The thing is, it's all well and good, and yeah, it's nice to have free stuff, but it's like I often know what I want to play. Like, I know what I will like.
Though. I'm not going to play any of the games. It's not about that.
What is it about that? It's just because they're free.
They're free.
Okay.
They're video games that are free.
That's
that are
part
normally
of,
money. They normally cost money.
I'm too lazy.
I'm so bad at
I'm not
remembering.
lazy enough for myself, but I wouldn't do it for my kids because they don't give a shit. But
I was doing it
I'm
for
sharing
my
my
nephew
screen
for a while.
Jez wants to show his things.
I will. Hold on,
What if
give
we remove Jez?
No, it's
and
fine. It's fine. You're going to do that?
Oh.
What a weird
there you
ass angle you're on. Okay. And then...
Let's.
I really don't want to show the thing here. So, boop, boop. There. Now people can see. This is what StreamYard looks like.
Brilliant.
Gee,
look
that
at my
looks fun.
my cool base. I've spent like hours on this base, and
Very
I've been
big.
dying to show someone. So as you know, penance for me coming on the show, you get to look at my cool ass base.
It's a lot of work.
For audio listeners, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's you know, you can.
I don't know.
I got little workbenches here. You know,
If you
around
saw
the
I mean,
it-
place.
everything kind of looks really rusty and,
Yeah, it looks like a
broken
shithole.
down.
No,
like
they're cleaning it. They're cleaning it.
Everything in Fallout is a shithole. But if you see
Can't you
Sanctuary
use, like,
before this, it's very different.
Bricks and stuff.
You know, and wait for it. We go up here. Up here. I got a little bar.
oh, that is very you. Actually, that's quite good.
You can just
Staffed
come
and
and get-
everything.
come and get
Bagel.
wasted, you know, and then go to bed.
But Jez, no one plays Bethesda games in this way, and no one likes this stuff in Bethesda games. So, like, why would you do it?
Yeah.
That's fake. That's fake news, bro.
It's
Everyone-
fake
everyone
news. What? But
people love this shit.
I'm
There's
shocked.
like there's YouTube videos. Like I've been watching YouTube videos about settlement building and learning all the glitches you have to do to like clip things through the wall so they look better, and then these videos have hundreds of thousands of views. So clearly somebody's building bases in Fallout.
You
or
can
maybe
go in
it's just me.
Nexus mods and just see that even friggin' Starfield has a ridiculous amount of mods that get downloaded all the time. Like, people like Bethesda games.
Starfield's like the seventh biggest modded game on Nexus mods, isn't it? Something.
Mm-hmm. It's really big.
Have you seen that like Mos Eisley Star Wars Starfield mod?
Yeah, total conversion one.
It looks
80 gigabytes, right? Or
it looks
ridiculous.
insane.
Did you see the
How
story
How is
from?
Disney not shutting that down?
If it's no money involved, like if they don't try, if it's always just through a website like Nexus Mods, I think it has more of a chance. Like Fallout London was the exception. Did you see that? I saw Insider Gaming report that Todd Howard didn't care for Fallout London, as in he was asked, "Have you played it?" and he said, "No, not yet." That was a news story. But when it's like the total conversion stuff and it's got its own website, then I think you run the risk of getting hit by lawyers. So we'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
like Bethesda give those guys permission to do some of that kind of stuff, right? But it's Disney, I'm pretty sure Disney did not give anyone permission to make their own Star Wars game, especially if it's using like any existing assets from other games. You know,
Definitely.
like ripping the models out of Battlefront or something, and stuff like that.
It's interesting. It's kind of like you don't want too much attention on it in case it gets shut down, kind of scenario. Like,
Yeah, like all the World of Warcraft pirated servers.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. I've not been playing much. I've been too busy. Chorus was about it. Nick, just the usual repertoire of
Even the
Fortnite and Rocket
usual, I
League?
barely had time for.
Well,
So yeah, so not a ton new, and I haven't received any free codes of late. So I've had
There's
nothing
no
new to
games
play.
coming out, man.
well, on that note, we do have the year 2026 ahead of us, and we're currently sort of working through a couple of large-ish features of not only the biggest games of 2026, but also the other games that are probably going to be absolutely fantastic that aren't in that big AAA bucket. And I think it might be better than 2025, and I loved how many games I got to play in 2025. Like, I was drowning in great video games. So, like, off the cuff, what video game are you most looking forward to playing out of all of the things that are scheduled to be released in 2026? And we'll start with our wonderful guest, Jez. What are you most hankering to play in 2026 of all the things?
Fallout 4. Yeah!
Yeah!
Please don't say fucking GTA
man.
6.
I'm hyper fixating right now. I can't help it. It's just the way I am. I got my little Fallout stuff on the table. You know, I've ordered some Fallout merch. I'm a weird guy.
Have you seen the countdown that coincides with the finale of the Fallout TV show on the website?
I haven't.
That people
I'm
are
trying
like,
to
what does this mean?
Anything to do with this.
Ah,
Yeah,
there's a
I have no
countdown.
idea. I have no
something.
idea. I've muted Fallout stuff on Twitter. I'm trying to avoid spoilers and shit like that.
I
But
can tell you a
games
lot
that
of
I'm
it.
actually looking forward
Yeah,
to.
I need to start watching the show.
Yeah.
It's annoying. They only gave us the
games that
first
I'm
6
actually
episodes.
looking forward to in 2026. And Gears of War is like the top of mind one, of course. Resident Evil Requiem is high up on the list. I
And
think,
close.
as well. That's coming out. That is coming out next year. Monster Hunter 3 Stories as well. I like Monster Hunter Stories. In fact, that's another game I was playing a lot of before I randomly decided to get addicted to Fallout 4 base building. Monster Hunter Stories 1. I've been playing that a lot on cloud. Trying to get through it before, Monster Hunter Stories 3 comes out, and play Monster Hunter Stories 2 as well, because I bitched so much about those games coming to Xbox. I felt obligated to play them. Yeah, fantastic game. So looking forward to Monster Hunter Stories 3. It really feels like they're trying to make it a pillar JRPG for Capcom now. Like, Monster Hunter Stories 1, like, it's a very good game, but it was clearly like very much a side project kind of thing. It was on the 3DS. It wasn't particularly ambitious visually or whatever, but like, if you look at some of the trailers from Monster Hunter Stories 3, it's like, damn, they're really like, this has got a budget, you know. They're really going for it now. So Monster Story 3 will be one. I'm sure there's a ton of stuff I'm forgetting. Like,
Well,
now, I'm just sort of like, I'm really into. I'm not looking to play anything that's particularly story heavy at the moment. So I'm looking at simulation games, base building kind of games. I'm in that kind of mood right now for some reason.
That's fair.
I think one of the reasons why I bounced. One of the reasons I bounced so hard into Fallout 4 base building because I felt a little bit disappointed by World of Warcraft's base building, which launched in early access a couple of months ago, a few weeks ago, about a month ago, something like that. Because it's in World of Warcraft's base building, you get like one component at a time. So like in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, for example, you unlock a chair. You can make infinite copies of those chairs. But in World of Warcraft, you have to buy each individual chair.
That sounds
and
terrible.
It's like, you have to go backwards and forwards to the shop every time, like IKEA. You know, you have to go backwards and forwards to the shop. So, yeah, it's crazy. And I'm just like, I thought this was a good idea. No other base building game I've played in existence works like this. And there are people who are like making really cool, crazy things in World of Warcraft's base building. But like every other game I've played where you build a base, you don't have to like do all this traveling to get the bits to make the base.
Yeah, you just go into base building mode and you're off.
Question
Yeah,
for you,
you've got all the
Jess.
stuff you need.
Question for you. How did our segment on anticipated 2026 games lead to us talking about your fucking complaints on World of Warcraft and Fallout 4?
It's my show now, bitch. That's why. I don't know.
Well, let me just help everybody out here. Here's what I've got listed down for some of the bigger games of 2026 overall. So we've got, in no particular order, Phantom Blade Zero, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, the next COD from Infinity Ward, Ace Combat 8, Wings of Theve, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, Lords of the Fallen 2,
There's so much.
Pokemon Poker Pia, Mario Tennis Fever, Crimson Desert, Forza Horizon 6, Ark Knights Endfield. I think Chenga's put that in the list. Resident Evil Requiem, 007 First Light, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Gears of War E-Day, obviously Grand Theft Auto 6, Wolverine, High on Life 2, Fable,
High on Life,
Halo Campaign Evolved, Star Wars Galactic Racer, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, Control Resonant, Neo 3, Saros.
Replaced.
I haven't even got. I'm just talking big games. I haven't even touched on.
I mean,
small
Replaced
games.
is big.
Replaced is big, but it's also small. If you know what I mean.
I'm more. That's what she said. I'm more interested in Replaced than pretty much every game you just listed.
Yeah, Replaced is absolutely in my top 5. It is. Have you played? You've played it, right?
Yeah,
I haven't played it. No.
Oh man, you are in for a fucking treat. It is so fucking good. The developer was definitely meant to have rescinded my access to the 45-minute hour-long demo version, which I've still got installed on my Ally because it's so fucking good. But yeah, sorry, go on, Nick. What have you noticed?
In my Googling to see what's coming out in 2026, I discovered that there's a Raiden Fighters collection coming out this year. You know, Raiden, the shmup Raiden. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's not coming to Xbox, it's just coming to everything else. But yeah, there's a Raiden Fighters collection. I'm like, hello, I did not know that was a thing, and I am quite interested in that. But this year is like, it's a lot. It's a lot this year.
Yeah.
2XKO kind of officially comes out. So it's coming to PS5 and Series X and then launching properly on Windows. God, what else have we got? Obviously, Xbox is getting Final Fantasy. If you care about
I've got a whole list in front of me, Nick, if it's easier than you scrolling. We've got...
Oh, I know, but like there's so much here. Like
Mouse PI for Hire. Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
We've got Darwin's Paradox, the little octopus platformy side-scrolling adventure from Konami. We've got Super Meat Boy 3D. We've got Code Vein 2.
Yes.
We've got Aphelion. We've got Directive 8020. We've got Slay the Spire 2. We've got the mouse co-op game Hella. We've got Mugenics, which is a cat breeding RPG type sim, which is very positive on Steam. It looks quite fun. We've got Trails in the Sky, second chapter. We've got Valor Mortis, Seal Chain Call of Blood, Opus Prison Break, Star Rupture, Dune Crawl, Pon, Bless You Again, Mio Memories in Orbit, There Are No Ghosts at the Grand, Racoin, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, Vampire Crawlers, The Blood of Dawnwalker, Tides of Annihilation, Out of Words, Wu-Tang, Rise of the Deceiver, Felt That Boxing. Do you remember that boxing game that Jeff Keighley revealed?
Looks amazing. Looks amazing.
Mixtape from Beethoven Dinosaur, Reanimal, and like there's more.
Beast of
I've not even,
Reincarnation, Marvel's Wolverine, Ontos. I could.
Tokyo Extreme Racer. Tokyo Extreme Racer comes back this year.
Screamer from Milestone, the reboot of the classic arcade racing franchise. Like, holy shit! If all of this
Toxic
comes out.
Commando.
World of Warcraft expansion.
Get him out of here! Get him off the show!
Fallout 76 expansion.
Marathon.
Oh yeah, Marathon. Yeah.
Marathon. Oh my
dear.
god, Invincible Versus. Hello.
Yeah, bro, there is so many games coming out. It is insane.
That's why it's hard to just pick one.
Yeah,
It's very difficult. And we actually didn't even mention GTA 6. Or did we?
we did. I briefly. I was
okay.
like, GTA 6, of course. Like,
Oh, okay.
there's so
Lego
much
Batman?
I'm curious to see. Yeah, Lego Batman
Batman
replaced.
Arkham game?
Control 2.
Yeah,
Control 2, yeah. I think, like, outside of Mario Tennis, because like Tom Warren, I adore the Mario Tennis games, but they're generally light on for content, and they're almost like glorified demos at this point. 007 First Light, man, something about that game I'm like,
yeah.
I'm
It
looking
copped
forward to.
a last minute delay to May 2026. So
The GTA's basically old date.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
one day after GTA's date, after
Yeah.
GTA moved.
So
It's I don't know, something about that game looks really good.
You should
I
play
hope they
Hitman.
nail it. You should play Hitman, Nick. You'd
I
love
have
it.
a code if you
It's-
want it. It would literally, I think it gives you everything.
Does it?
Yeah. They just
On
sent me a
Xbox?
bunch. Yeah. Let's play anywhere too.
Okay.
I'll have a code.
Actually, yeah, give it to Jez. He's the guest.
I have 3.
Whatever.
Yeah, I deserve it way more than Nick.
I think I have 3.
Yeah, okay.
It was
I
those
think
for
I'll
your
put it-
consideration ones, and I kept asking. Nobody ever friggin' took them.
It
No,
is-
I have 2.
It is a bonkers year.
Oh my god.
I mean,
You know,
I don't like
Eartheon.
Mhm.
You know Eartheon. It comes out on Mega Drive this year.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
It's coming out on Mega Drive.
Mhm.
What?
Why not?
Oh my god. That's amazing. How good is that? Holy shit.
That is good.
That's
but okay, we are technically. Actually, let's deal with the super chat first.
And we had a tip from good old Collingwood, a pat for Oreo, and I already did it.
Oh,
okay. From Ryan Hodgson. Jez, where do I get T8 accessories on Monster Hunter Stories 1, please?
I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. But if you DM
if you
me on
assign
Twitter-
yourself to Microsoft Copilot, you can ask directly from within the browser. Sorry, Phil. I'll get this right this time.
Gaming Copilot, man. It's all about gaming Copilot.
Oh, sorry.
If you
sorry.
DM me on Twitter, my brother is a hardcore Monster Hunter everything. Whenever I need to know something about Monster Hunter, I'm just yelling at my brother. So if I don't know, he will definitely know.
Nice. So, obviously, we're a Xbox focused podcast. So let's zoom in a little bit on Team Green's 2026 after let's be fair here, a turbulent 2025. Great at putting out video games, not so great at anything else. from Microsoft in 2025. I think that's a fair comment. What do you think, lads? Do you think 2025 was a good year for Xbox? If you were not in this bubble and you're just playing video games, do you think you had a fun time, or do you think it was terrible
Xbox
across
had
the
an
board?
amazing 2025. I think it's probably the best year they've ever had. Everyone loves Xbox now, and hardware's selling great, and Game Pass is really affordable, and everything's amazing. You know, it's just.
And that's the end of the show.
And that's just the end of it. You know?
Let's just send that.
But it is funny you mentioned like the whole concept of being in a bubble, because I think like if you are just a normal person playing Fortnite, Roblox, Rocket League, Call of Duty, whatever, you're probably just enjoying your Xbox like usual. I mean, there's no like Red Ring of Death blowing up your console, and there's nothing particularly egregious going on beside for the mainstream audience, besides maybe the price hike of Game Pass. I don't think anyone outside of the social media discourse is really aware of what's going on with Xbox. Most people don't even know who Phil Spencer is, and
They don't even know RAM's about to destroy all their prices.
Yeah, I mean, but if you already own an Xbox, it doesn't really matter, does it? If
Nope.
RAM's going to destroy the price for someone else. So I think, like, generally kind of speaking, if you are just a normal person, I think Xbox probably overall had a pretty decent year. But for people who are paying attention, obviously we know everything that's been going wrong. It's just sort of like the layoffs and the weird sort of the disconnect with the community and the sort of transition.
More layoffs
Yeah.
coming.
Nah, there's no more layoffs for Xbox in January. This quarter, I've heard at least. But you know, who knows what's coming next quarter, right? We don't know what's going to happen. But I've been told, like, there was some rumors that Xbox was going to have more mass layoffs in January. I haven't heard that to be the case. I don't know if Microsoft more broadly is going to have layoffs, maybe, but
Satya seems
I don't think-
addicted to
I
it.
just assumed Microsoft.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe Microsoft will, but I don't think Xbox is being targeted for anything like that right now. But yeah, I suppose it's a mixed bag, isn't it? We're sort of in this transitionary phase where Microsoft's like trying to move everyone to PC, move its developers to PC, and sort of wind down investment in hardware stock so they can prioritize making next gen PC stuff and, you know, get the OEM platform ready for third parties to make PCs.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, unfortunate given that, you know, the whole OEM plan is going to blow up when RAM costs as much as a house to mortgage. So,
Yep.
yeah, I don't know.
There is that.
Tough times, I suppose. But
It's-
it's not in a bubble, is it? It's across the industry. Everyone's
Yeah.
sort of experiencing weird shit right now.
No one is safe.
It's an
You
odd
wouldn't know
one.
that if you look at social media.
It's an odd one. Like I wrote just a little op-ed, just a little opinion piece, because you know the usual Xbox is dead bullshittery was doing the rounds, and it created a stir. It got like a nice, I don't know, 20-page thread on Resetera, which is unusual for anything XboxEra related. Normally they just close those threads right up. Don't like those spinning around there, and I can't help but feel like I don't want to be defense force for Microsoft because I think they suck as a company. I think they're making some terrible decisions. But if I just look at just Xbox, like I'm having a real good time, actually. Like, and it's unfortunate, I think, that the narrative about and a conversation around the platform itself is unfortunately attached to $1 trillion Microsoft, $1 trillion Microslop, as they are now monikered, per your article earlier today, Jez. Microslop. I mean, it's a shame that we can't have a more nuanced, context-filled conversation about just playing good video games and not getting stressed out about silly platform bullshit. But
Xbox does it to themselves, though. Plenty of they don't make it easy to overlook any of this stuff. As Microsoft all up as a company, you know, it's not like all the slop stuff, the sloppery, the gaming, the AI stuff. the sloppery. You know, it's leaking into Xbox. It's, you know, slop is wet. It spreads everywhere. It's moist, and it's
It's
messy.
sort of it's heading across to Xbox as well with gaming co-pilot and stuff like that. And this is the central issue with Xbox, which doesn't affect other companies as much and didn't affect Xbox as much previously. Back when like Microsoft shares were worth jack shit, felt a little bit like they could do whatever they wanted and cool stuff and see what landed and what didn't land. And they did all kinds of weird stuff, like Microsoft banned folding phone, you know, one of the first folding phones, and just see like, will any of this stick, you know? And HoloLens, God, you know. And now that they've become a bank now. They're like a bank where Wall Street has billions, trillions of dollars invested into Microsoft, and Satya's positioned the company as such that he can't really do anything beyond driving infinite growth. And if the growth isn't there, then they have to shut that bit down and move the money to another bit that is growing, you know? That's what it's like being a publicly traded megacorp, you know? It's why a lot of these companies that are sort of Wall Street darlings end up just becoming boring, you know? Happened to Google, it's happened to Apple, it's happened to, you know, other companies of the past like IBM and, you know, Oracle and all these other companies. Not that they ever did anything particularly exciting either, but, you know, this is like we're in a place where innovation can't happen because anything that's risky upsets the shareholders, which is why, like, I think it's really funny when things like Microslop trends on Twitter to the tune of millions and millions of views, and everyone gets an opportunity to let the shareholders know what they think of their little bullshit. Circle back.
I mean, it's ironic.
On the show, by the way?
Yeah, you're
encouraged to swear.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
It's funny to me that, you know, Satya spurns out this little like, please like AI, everyone, but please. And then, you know, please don't call it slop anymore. We need to get past this. And then it does exactly the reverse and now earns them a whole nickname. I mean, I think that's just pure gold. Like, it's just like...
I did feel this twinge of gratification because everyone went with my headline, because I think I was the first person to cover that blog post in a major outlet. And that was my headline. Satya wants you to stop calling it slop. Because I knew that would make people so mad. But but that's what he said. You know? And I was like, oh, Satya, you can't be saying that, mate. You can't be saying that, you know. So if it wasn't me, it would have been someone else. But it's like I wrote in my article, it just feels so. I know Satya Nadella is like a genius and runs a mega corporation, and you know, he created Azure, which turned Microsoft into this globally dominant company. Like Windows has always had this like huge monopoly, right?
Yeah.
But it's never been that profitable because it's an open ecosystem. Exactly. It's not like Apple, where it's like Apple's like with the iPhone, like every bit of activity a developer does on iPhone sends Apple a ton of money. Whereas like Windows, we take for granted the fact that Windows is open. Everyone hates Windows now because of the stuff they're bolting onto it. But we really do take for granted the fact that it's fully open ecosystem, whereas like it could have been like the iPhone if they'd had the forethought to have done that. But, you know, they've never really made money on it. So Satya was a genius in the sense that he created this globally dominant business in Azure Cloud that has made them sort of a pillar of tech, right?
Yeah.
But when he talks about AI, I don't get a sense of that intellect that is clearly there. So, like, I'm sitting there thinking, like, either he's being really naive about this, which I doubt, or he's just lying, which I don't want to believe either of these things. Because when I sit there and listen to people like Sam Altman and all these sort of AI clowns, and they're all talking about, like, oh, AI is going to solve cancer and AI is going to develop rocket ships, and these are all things that Sam Altman's literally said.
But he said he
He
couldn't raise his kids without it.
Yeah, all this kind of stuff, and but it all comes back to, I can do this, but I just need more compute. I need more electricity, and if Microsoft can't give me this, if Wall Street can't give me this, and now you've got like OpenAI's finance chief saying things like, maybe taxpayers should pay for this compute. Maybe it's a matter of national security. So it's like, fuck you guys, man. I think we need a global protest movement against this shit. Like, really. Like, I've been playing Fallout 4, right? And there's this little faction in Fallout 4 which wants to contain technology and contain AI and kill all the clankers. So I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be cool if the Brotherhood of Steel came and sort of took over OpenAI and just put all this stuff in a vault?
The thing that I don't...
How will people get Grok to undress women on Twitter?
And decapitate them.
How are they going to do that? Then
it's
if we get rid of AI, how
how
do we get that?
I didn't even think to talk about that, but that's just the latest round of
what the fuck?
In cultural, societal enrichment that Sam Altman and his buddies have promised us.
That's all Twitter's been for the last 3 or 4 days. That's all it's been.
It's crazy. There's like nothing beneficial that's really come out of this tech yet. Like, I've seen some corporate use cases that have like made some aspects of business more efficient. Like, they use it a lot in the legal world, for example, to collate data quickly whilst remaining in regulatory compliance. And for some of those industries, like, it is having a positive impact. But like, all the stuff they're trying to force on us as consumers, it's just leading to everything bad.
Yeah.
And then you have to sit there and think, like, is any of this actually worth it? Is this benefiting anyone except shareholders?
No.
That's why I'm just so salty about it right now.
Like,
why I'm going to keep writing about it and calling them out.
We have regular conversations about AI, and I think there are, we've said this multiple times. Like, I think there have been instances, from a game development perspective, where AI is pretty fucking cool, actually. Like, we've talked a lot about
what is AI?
Arc Raiders.
Because you say AI, there's so many different things that all become in the same bucket.
Yeah, everything gets chucked in. As soon as you say AI, everyone thinks, oh, the flying cat unicorn vomiting out a woman with big tits, and that's their mind goes to, the latest Twitter bullshittery AI. But I'm talking about like cool machine learning, where the Embark team programmed their fucking robots to learn how to walk and to adapt to situations. That's a cool use of artificial intelligence. But it gets slapped with the slop label across the board, and that's unfortunate, because now if you're a smart developer, you will never mention about AI in any way, shape or form ever.
You call it machine learning because that has been a thing for a long time, and it is always it is the actual cool stuff is mostly machine learning and not AI, because there is no artificial intelligence. But this is what you get when the entire society and the government now is mostly just run by the grifters, and the grifters won, and the grifters have control of everything. And so you are constantly, it's like, look at the UFO movement. You're constantly edged. You're never given an answer. It's always coming. It's always going to, soon you'll stop being edged, and it will come. When you said
edged and coming, I'm thinking of completely different things to what.
But it's there, and it's always you're always so close to getting the answer, and that's what AI has been. We just need a little more. It's really close. We just need this next $50 billion and 7 nuclear power plants to run all this shit, so that we can make the same garbage even faster.
Yeah, Kiri86 in the chat makes a good point. He said technically DLSS is AI.
It's machine learning. Like, the actual useful stuff is always machine learning.
Yeah.
All right, that's a fair point from Q-Tank Clay. Can we talk about some video games up in here?
Well, Xbox's year,
of the AI,
Xbox's year is dominated by what's going on with their parent company. That's just what it always comes down to.
Yeah.
The games look awesome, though, and I hope there's even more, because at this point last year, we didn't even know half of what they released. So I'm really curious what we find out that we don't know now. The Clockwork Revolution, please tell me that's coming, Jess. I want to play that real bad.
I don't know if it's coming next year. I mean, I keep seeing people sort of
You mean
bring
this
that
year?
up and like this year, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that it is, but I honestly I've fully unplugged the last couple of weeks, so I haven't
nice.
done a ton of investigating on that kind of thing. It's something that like I'll probably find out in the next couple of weeks, if it is coming. But I haven't heard that it is in the short term.
Because remember you said
like-
State of Decay 3 was next year because they wanted to give it more time and more funding because they're real behind it. But
Yeah, I was about to say State of Decay 3
heard
updated their profile picture, and now people are like, oh, does that mean it's coming this year? And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
No, I did hear State of Decay is next year, but it's, you know, if it is next year, hopefully we'll see it at the June showcase. Right? I would have thought.
Let's talk showcases and things. Developer Direct. We know that one is gonna come because Matt Booty revealed that Playground Games are going to be there in multiple ways, hopefully. So we know
featured.
that the big four heavy hitters that Microsoft have announced for 2026 currently are Fable, Halo Campaign Evolved, Forza Horizon 6, and Gears of War E-Day. I guess the question I want to ask you guys, first of all, is from a Developer Direct point of view, I want to see all four of those up front and center, but in typical Microsoft fashion, they might, as we talked about earlier on in the show, a random Square Enix appearance, they might do what they've done previous years and make one of those games have a direct at the end of the summer showcase. Where do you guys stand on this? We'll start with you, Jesse. What do you think is going to happen here?
I don't think Halo's going to be there. They just did what would have been a Developer Direct in October. I think that would be the one that's not there. Whatever is, if they still do the half hour afterwards, I highly doubt it would be the next Call of Duty, even though that'll be their biggest game of the year again. So I am curious. They said featuring Playground, so I really hope that does mean we see both, even if it's a lot of Forza and a little Fable, and then more Fable in June if Fable becomes the one after, if Gears is the one after. I wouldn't be shocked if Gears is there. I wouldn't be shocked to see those two, and I also wouldn't expect a shadow drop. Like, it's been every other got a shadow drop, because the one that had Visions of Mana, I don't think had one. The Square Enix one. No. So maybe every other year they do a shadow drop, if it randomly works out.
What about you, Jez? What do you think? Same question, considering what we know that they've said is coming this year and what they might potentially show Developer Direct versus Summer Showcase.
Well, I think Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable is the obvious expectation, right? I mean, me and Rand talked about this on the previous Xbox 2 before this one. And I think Rand was arguing that you probably don't need to show Halo there.
Yeah.
So maybe you show something else, something people don't expect, or something that's we know is coming, but we haven't really seen much of. It's a weird year for Microsoft because they've got a mountain of community initiatives they've got to get through this year. You've got like Bethesda's 40th, you've got Blizzard's 35th, and then you've got Xbox's 25th.
Yeah.
And then like there's a bunch of other companies that are having anniversaries.
Sonic's 35th.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
think
maybe
Zelda's
Sonic
40th.
No.
It's got a 30-something anniversary as well.
I think Dragon Quest has an anniversary too, and Square Enix does in general, I think.
Metroid.
So there's a confluence of anniversaries next year. So I think some of the stuff that this year, you know, it still feels 2025 to me. But there's point being, there's a ton of stuff they could show. I mean, Matt Booty said they've got 40 games in development or something like that.
Yeah.
So, some of those things are bigger things. Some of them are smaller things. Some of the things we know about, like Blade, could that be there? Maybe.
I'd love for that to be there.
You know, but the things like Blizzardy things are going to be at BlizzCon, and Bethesda-y things are probably going to be at the Doom Showcase or at QuakeCon. Although they don't usually use QuakeCon for that kind of thing. Maybe they do like a Bethesda Direct kind of thing for something like that. There's a lot of speculation about what's next for Bethesda, whether it's what's next to be revealed from Bethesda rather, because probably the next game from Bethesda is going to be Elder Scrolls 6. But then we've got Starfield DLC. Could they do a little featurette for that at the show?
Well, we did hear all these things just before Christmas that select influencers and content creators were given an advanced sneak peek of Starfield. Not us, not you either, I believe. So proper YouTubers and content creators rather than journalists.
So I've heard a little bit more about that since. I think what that was like, it wasn't necessarily a press event kind of thing. It was like an informal kind of like I think it was something to do with it was something to do with the TV show or Fallout 76 or something like that. And they had like some Fallout creators there, and they were like, "Oh, here's a little sneak peek of what we're doing with Starfield as well, if you're interested." Bethesda's very close to their influencers, more so than their press. Like, there's tons of Fallout influencers that have sort of like a lot of advanced access to things, and Bethesda like treats their influencers really closely. So I don't think it was a super formal thing. Like, this is ready for public consumption. It kind of reminded me of, do you guys remember when I talked about the Fable footage I'd seen with the giant chicken and the werewolf and things like that? And they did eventually show some of that stuff publicly. But it was the footage that I saw was very rough. It wasn't like edited. It wasn't fancy. It didn't have cool transitions or a deep, narrator or anything like that. It was just gameplay footage, just to sort of give internal people a taste of what's on the way. So I would presume that anything that there's just so many options, really. But I don't know myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say what I would like to see. I'd like to see Gears of War E-Day. I'd like to see Starfield, a little deep dive of what's coming for Starfield, if it's significant enough to warrant that kind of little showcase. I'd love to see a wild card thing, something that's probably not hugely expected, like a Blade or maybe a State of Decay, something like that. We all know Forza's going to be there because it's the last showcase between, launch.
Now and release.
Definitely, now and release. So the Forza's definitely going to be there. But I don't care about racing games, as I alluded to earlier. And I wouldn't mind seeing some third-party thing, because they've started doing that now. Give third party a little bit of a shout out.
What if like Beast of Reincarnation was this year's Expedition 33, which was at last year's Direct?
Is Beast of Reincarnation that
It's the Game Freak
game?
Yeah, the one that Game Freak's publishing. I don't think they're making it. The action-y one that we saw in the forest and all that stuff. It looked really good.
The one that was real gameplay because the frame rate was pretty atrocious in that early look. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think
Pokemon.
having a third party in there, like I was wondering because High on Life 2 is so close, whether they would do anything with that. But I feel like we've seen so much with IGN First that's probably not going to be in the Dev Direct, even though it looks really good. It's a curious one. Like, I want to see the worst case scenario for me would be that they show Gears and they show Forza Horizon 6 and then they show Square Enix, and then the one thing I really want to see above all of them, which is Fable and what's going on with it and what's the plan, is the Summer Games Fest Dev Direct showcase game, and then I have to wait 6 months. Like, that will make me sad, because I think Playground Games have really proven themselves. Like, if you think about from when they started and they came out with Forza Horizon, and then every 2 years they were like, bosh, here's another one and it's awesome, and bosh, here's another one and it looks even more fantastic. And I think Forza Horizon 6 is the first one that is this gen only and PC, right? There is no Xbox One version, which is Like, and it still looked fantastic on the Xbox One, Forza Horizon 5. Like, it still looked amazing. Yes, it was locked at 30 FPS, but it still looked fucking nuts. So I'm like, how good can this look? And if they're taking all of that technical prowess, because Fable's built on Forza tech, right? To a degree. It's obviously going to have a bunch of customized shit to it, but it's still the same engine. Keep me honest here, people.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
I thought they switched to Unreal.
Ew.
I thought we'd heard rumors, but they didn't switch to Unreal. Is it Unreal? Is it not?
No, it's the.
Doesn't it have Unreal things bolted onto it? Or
That's what I thought. I thought it was like
Yeah.
it's Forza tech with a shit ton of customization.
No,
I don't know if
it's probably
Unreal.
kind of like when Anthem was like Ignite or whatever the fuck. Or no, it was the DICE one, because everyone had to use DICE's engine, and then they had to like bolt different parts on to make it work for different genres. And I just have to say real quick, I got it wrong. Beast of Reincarnation is Game Freak developed. I had it backwards in my head. But yeah, like a lot of those game engines and stuff are mishmashes, and you can pull in different things from different areas and take ideas and different stuff. It's like whenever people say they want Bethesda game studios to move to Unreal, and I'm like, but it doesn't. Their games wouldn't work in Unreal. I mean, the closest thing that anyone's gotten is like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 in the Crysis CryEngine can kind of do some of that stuff. But even then, like, it's nice to have different things because then everything just feels the exact same. And I like that Fable's going to be something different.
Like, didn't they nail bringing Oblivion to Unreal Engine, the remake? I haven't played it yet myself.
No, it's running on Gamebryo, and then the graphics are Unreal, but the underlying simulation is still Gamebryo. But they touched it up a lot, as they could with modern.
One of the things I have heard about the Starfield 2.0, which you shouldn't really probably call 2.0 to be honest, because I've heard it's not. You shouldn't expect it to be like a complete overhaul the entire game, a la, Cyberpunk or whatever.
They had to actually finish Cyberpunk.
I don't think they're as well. I don't think they're gonna vastly change the way the game works or anything like that. So, I saw some people speculating it was going to be like a huge reboot of the game. It's not going to be like that.
It was $100 million to do that with Cyberpunk. It was so expensive.
Yeah, but what I have heard though is that it is a lot of the work they've done on the Creation Engine and Gamebryo and stuff like that. It is all a lot of underlying tech, and it is with Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 in mind. So even if like there's not a huge amount of necessarily like gameplay overhauls with the Starfield stuff, we should get a good taste of what kind of technological improvements they've made to the engine specifically for future games,
Yeah.
But it's kind of frustrating because, as I've been playing Fallout 4, I'm sitting there thinking like, man, this game still has so much unrealized potential. Like some of the official mods they've put in the game, quote unquote official mods, are absolutely fantastic. And, the like Far Harbor was also fantastic. And look at some of these other big games that have had like, they didn't just get like one expansion. Like some of these, like, I don't know, like Rogue Trader, for example. Rogue Trader is going to get 4 expansions. The 2 expansions I played already for Rogue Trader were absolutely massive. And they weren't even expensive. And I'm sitting there thinking like, why wouldn't Bethesda want to spin up some kind of team that could do loads of DLC, either for Starfield or for Fallout, or even Skyrim, man? Why do they put these games down so quickly? It's weird to me.
Is Owlcat Polish?
Serbian?
I think Owlcat is originally Russian, but they moved this whole studio to Cyprus, like a lot of Russian studios did.
Yep.
So they're Cypriots, and I think but they are quite a diverse company now, and I think they are hiring a lot of Americans now as well.
The Expanse looks so.
I've just found so many studios in those setups, whether it's Poland, East Europe, the Cyprus stuff from Russia, are extremely good at getting things out quickly without it costing a ton of money. Like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was, what, 51 million? It's an enormous
What's the development?
game. Yeah, the whole thing. Like, the cost of living in America, whether it's Bethesda, Maryland, especially California, up in Montreal, like, it's super expensive to get things done. And people generally, from what we hear, aren't always crunched as hard. It's tough.
Yeah.
Like, you hear about, Sega gave everyone more money. It's like, yeah, they went from 18 grand a year to 21 grand a year, US. Like, it's still not great. It's a very different society.
Yeah. Now, I think we've heard from everybody we need to hear from on that topic. No, I'm only joking. Nick, you've been pretty quiet, unusually, for
Wow.
the
I
last...
haven't been quiet. You three fucks haven't shut the fuck up. I haven't been quiet at all. I just choose not to interrupt and talk over everyone. That's all.
Yeah, I appreciate you for that. What are you looking forward to from Xbox at the Dev Direct? What do you want to see versus what do you think that they'll show?
What do I think? What do I think will be
What
there?
do you think?
Forza Horizon 6 will be there. Gears E-Day will be there. We'll get a tiny little trailer for Fable that's then going to say, look forward to it in 2027. We'll probably see
Still
OD
sticking with that?
there. We'll probably see OD.
I don't think we'll see
A
OD.
surprise OD.
And Square Enix, maybe with that rumored Final Fantasy 9 remake that I didn't know was a thing.
Didn't
that's what I
someone say
think.
that was?
I thought it was canceled.
Nate? Yeah, didn't Nate say something like
Yeah.
the Final Fantasy 9 remake was cancelled?
Is it going to be just too big?
I have no idea.
It's going to take too much.
Again, I don't know enough about it. I have
You're
no
already
idea.
posted on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, sorry.
But if
Stop interrupting
Square
Nick's
Enix,
moment.
if Square Enix
What am I
is
doing?
there, I
What's
don't
going
know
on?
what they would have there that would be worth having there. Like I don't know what else
Dragon
they're
Quest?
doing. So, yeah, that's what I think. What I want to see is Gears, Forza, Prince of Persia, and maybe the fourth thing, like the Prince of Persia remake, would be cool. to be
Rocket League 2.
there.
I saw someone in the chat.
Next game.
I saw that in the
Sorry?
chat, Nick. Someone said, what about if Ubisoft dropped the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake? That was this year's Shadow Drop.
Be surprise drop. We know
Yeah,
the game
that would be
exists.
awesome. That would be really good. I'm just trying to think of a fourth game because what Jesse said makes sense. So Halo, what reason would Halo have to be there? When we just saw so much of Halo late last year, like so much of it.
They let people download the build onto their home consoles and play.
That's what I mean. It's
Nobody really cares about Halo, so we don't need to see that again. Right, Nick?
So I'm just struggling to think of a fourth game,
I agree.
unless
No, we don't need to see it.
I don't know. Yeah, unless there's some other third party thing that Microsoft wants to help highlight. I don't know. I'm just hoping Prince of Persia is there. Maybe 007 First Light gets one more thing before it releases.
Oh, God, people lose their fucking minds.
No, they
we-
would. They would. But, like, we know that these sorts of, despite what the bubble thinks, we know that these sorts of deals do happen. So I wouldn't be surprised to see 007 First Light get one last deep dive before. Now that it's been delayed, I wouldn't be surprised to see it get one last deep dive before it comes out.
What about Toys for Bob Surprise Spyro?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool, right?
I've never played a Spyro game.
The collection's actually pretty good, like the remastered collection. It's worth a go if you like your collectathon-y
It's worth a go
platformers, Nick.
It's worth a go if you're like 8 years old, I would think. But
Yeah.
I haven't played Spyro.
I mean,
I've
Nick
played
has
like 2
the-
Crash games.
Maturity of an 8-year-old, so it'd probably work.
I don't feel like Nick's section was long enough.
But yeah, that's I think that's what will be there, and that's what I want there. I still think Fable will get pushed.
You still think Fable's going to get pushed to 2027?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, why is there an Uncle Sam hat being like bandied around here. What's going on with this shenanigans? Hey,
What?
to audio listeners, Jesse's placing a.
My hands are here.
Yeah. Okay, so Developer Direct, lovely jubbly. We've got Summer Games Fest coming later on in the year, as well as everything else. Here's the big question: lots and lots of talk. Go on.
We actually have super chats.
Oh, do we? Feel free. I will come to my point in a moment.
We have super chats. Mr. Justin Aid. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, because YouTube's doing that stupid thing where it does the full proper name. Can Fallout become a bigger IP than the Elder Scrolls? Wait.
Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls 6?
Yeah, Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls 6?
It already is bigger IP than Elder Scrolls.
I was about to say it would be now, partially thanks to the TV show too.
Yeah, partially.
Because of the TV show, it's bigger than Elder Scrolls now.
Oh, okay.
So,
there you go. I said partially, but yeah.
Like it's got the successful mobile game. It's got Fallout 76. Elder Scrolls Online is kind of winding down, and I think like with core gamers, I think Elder Scrolls has the sort of the zeitgeist and the cachet and stuff like that. But like for me, as in terms of like being a bigger IP, Fallout is by far and away bigger than that.
You know, there's a Fallout Shelter 2 only in China.
Yep.
Really?
That makes me mad. Did you know there's an Amazon Big Brother like Fallout game show coming?
Yep.
Where they're gonna put a bunch of people in a Fallout show.
Oh yes, I did hear about that. Now that I think about it, yes, I did actually hear about that.
That's awesome. That sounds great fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't watch it, but
Could have Mr. Beast host
It's
it.
either going to be amazing or terrible.
Yeah.
just put a load of streamers in there and influencers, the kind of people we really love, all in a Fallout bunker.
Speaking of Amazon, isn't it weird how they've just sort of branded their gaming thing Luna now? Like anything gaming under Amazon is just under Luna.
It's the only thing
Not
left.
necessarily streaming or cloud or whatever. It's just Luna. It's like Amazon. It's like Xbox, Microsoft and Xbox. It's Amazon and Luna.
I haven't noticed that. Because like
under Luna?
007 or Tomb Raider, when they did their big Q&A like a couple of weeks back, it was all Amazon games.
Yeah, Amazon Game Studios.
Well, it's weird. Like when you go to Twitch Prime now to get those free games via Twitch Prime, you're not getting them from Twitch Prime. You're getting them from Amazon Luna now. It's so weird the way they've changed that. Like right now, you can get Deus Ex, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided for free. Fallout 2 was there a few weeks back, and Fallout.
Yeah, they've got rid of Prime Gaming, and now it's Luna.
Yeah.
So Prime Gaming is gone because they got rid of those studios and all that shit, and they just have Luna. But they still have Amazon Game Studios.
But the value was lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got Deus Ex, Mankind Divided for Epic.
Luna?
Nope.
It's not available in Australia, so I can't.
I did turn on xCloud on my parents' new OLED TV, and I was genuinely surprised at how fantastically it ran.
It's really good.
Yep.
It's really good.
I was like, fuck me, this is genuinely good.
And it's always tied to how close to a server you are.
Yep. But it was very good.
Another super
If
chat
you
from
run
Machine
xCloud
XP.
on a TV, it like automatically detects that you're on a TV and tries to boost the bitrate.
Yeah,
If you're
it
on
looks
Ultimate.
really nice.
Works great on my Samsung. Machine XP with a super chat. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, mate.
You too.
And we just got a tip from Cal's L's. I put it in private chat, Nick. I'll let you talk. I won't dare talk over you and read it. I could right now.
No, don't do it. It's
New
Nick's
Game
job.
Plus. New Game Plus show is happening on the 8th. The article mentioned it having indies and AAA games. Any speculation on what they'll be showing?
No idea. I don't know what. Like that show got announced out of nowhere, like as like a little endeavor.
I saw it announced in a
does it look
repost by Luke Stevens, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not interested." Like we did a little something. I was like, "Oh."
I don't know what it is. Like I don't know where it came from or who worked on it. I was like, oh. But I like watching games and game shows.
Yeah, we had a great
shows
time
with
last
games
time we
in,
did it,
so-
didn't we, John? Jesus Christ, that fucking...
Oh, God.
Who was it?
That PC gaming future go.
Yeah, sorry, Jez, for having a go at your co-workers.
Future PLC. That was painful, bro. They did a PC gaming future gaming show, but they had a bunch of announcements with a countdown running through it across 3.5 hours, and at least an hour of that was skits of them on a spaceship talking to, like, playing characters, and it was the most cringe-worthy, awful stuff ever. It was, like, bad. And then the games that they actually did show weren't all that great either. Like, there was some good stuff there, but a lot of it was like, wasn't a fun time. Yeah. Sorry, future.
It's funny, that New Game Plus thing, that New Game Plus showcase. I like that one of the things they listed in their tweet is no paid placements.
Yeah. Good for them.
This year, and then next year you'll need the paid placements to keep doing it.
Yeah. Next year we'll see Grover there.
Yeah.
On their show. And more of the Muppets.
Oh, dear. All right. Now the Super Chat's taken care of. Summer Games Fest. We've had a lot of chit-chat and scuttlebutt around the next generation of video game consoles, namely from Microsoft with Xbox and Sony with PlayStation. But this RAM shenanigans has certainly thrown a spanner in the works. So, question to the panel. Do Microsoft pull a Project Scorpio and lay out their actual vision to some degree and show or talk about hardware this year with a view for it launching next year? Jez?
Surely not.
I mean, I'd always heard before this RAM shenanigans that the plan was 2027, but now everything's up in the air, right? I think it's hard to say because you don't know if a lot of people. I see a lot of people saying things like, "Oh, they need to wait until RAM prices come down," but I'm sitting there thinking, like, will they come down?
Yeah, that might not happen.
And then it's
typically, once the economy's got
release a new console,
yeah, should they just bail?
No, the thing is, Xbox is moving towards a boutique and OEM style universe for its hardware. So they're not looking at like selling 100 million units like a PlayStation or a Nintendo. They're looking at selling like a couple million at best and letting OEMs do the rest of the heavy lifting and then selling their games on other platforms. So if I'm a Microsoft and I'm making boutique hardware a la Surface, I don't think I really care about the price because it's just like, this is for people who are super hardcore fans and everyone else will play the Xbox games on other platforms, you know, or their existing platforms or on cloud or anywhere else. So I don't think they will wait. I don't think they need to wait. And frankly, if like RAM prices come down and then they can just lower the price of the consoles after the fact, you know, the margins will be the same.
Lowering prices.
No, but that used to happen, like back in the day.
Used to.
Over the course of a gen, the consoles used to come down in price because the manufacturing got easier. They found efficiencies. They found ways of bringing the price down and stuff like that. And if RAM does become an abundant resource again, which it probably won't, then prices will come down. Like there's been points over the last decade. I mean, I'm old enough, to remember when like PCs cost really crappy PCs with like 8 megabytes of RAM used to cost like thousands of dollars. Yeah. And now you can during the pandemic, we were pushing deals for like decent laptops with like 8 gigabytes of RAM for like $200, $300, you know, because there was such an abundance of the components that went into this stuff. So it's all about what's going on in the global market. You know, it's not necessarily like it's inevitable that the Xbox will always be $1,000. I don't think that's the case. But at the same time, there is this ongoing disruption. I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon.
No.
So it's with that in mind, the disruption not going away anytime soon, But they should just do it. I don't think they're just going to sit there and be like, we shouldn't release this because people will be upset about the price. I think anyone who's going to buy that console anyway, either save up for it or they'll buy it outright or they'll just stick with what they've got because it's about playing the games where you are now. That's the business.
Yeah.
So
Wouldn't it then be a good time to maybe release a refresh of the Series X?
Well, we all know
to extend things out a little bit.
I don't think they can make it cheaper, can they?
No, that's not happening. They cancelled any Xbox Series X that gets released now is going to have this new AMD hybrid chip. So the platform as it exists now is just going to be moving people gradually to PC. You know. So I don't think there's. I mean, this is why the stock's so throttled of the current gen systems. They don't really want people.
Yeah, it's not an accident.
The Xbox. Yeah, they don't want people expanding the Xbox ecosystem. They want developers to start building games for PC. They want them to do that now, and I think we'll get more of a vision about what that looks like when we get to GDC. I think we'll learn a bit more about Microsoft's thought process there. But
yeah, I'm hoping to attend GDC this year because I think it will be an interesting experience. Like, we got little hints of it because Chris Charler and Leo Alibi, I'm trying to remember his surname, they did a talk about, and then I think an image from it leaked, right, where they showed Steam in the Xbox app for the first time, and it went viral. People were like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" I'm like, it's not that amazing. Like, and if anything, the way they've done it right now in the full screen experience is really crap, to the point where you have to download a plugin to make it look nice, which is like, and that's the scary thing for me with Microsoft is like, they've got to get this right. If they're going to have any sort of success, they've got to nail it. And my faith in them.
I don't think they do, man. I don't think they do have to nail it. I think they're just like, whatever, we'll ship it.
That's depressing, man. That's depressing to hear.
That's the way Surface has gone. You know, you've got to look at Surface as an allegory for where Xbox is going. With Surface now, back in the day, they used to do like these huge, amazing ads for Surface.
Yeah,
I don't know
they
if you
were
remember
reference devices.
Yeah, over the rainbow and stuff like that. They had some amazing trailers for Surface back in the day, and now they're just like, they don't change at all. They're just kind of like ship and forget, kind of like the iPad. That people who want them will get them, and they don't care about expanding that brand at all. And that's the way Xbox is going to go. It's all about, for them now, it's all about the games, and the hardware is just going to be incidental, and it's going to be there for people who want it, like Surface is, for people who really want it. But I don't expect them to go hard in the way that they would have gone hard for a console launch in previous years. The era of Xbox going hard on hardware is well and truly over. You know. And if you want that universe of excitement and, like, you know, big reveals and stuff like that, and I don't think that's the kind of thing Xbox is interested in doing anymore.
You go to PlayStation for that.
Yeah, you go to PlayStation. This is like the Xbox will the way Xbox will evolve with hardware is like, you know, they'll still have like their big E3 moment, as you know, at the Xbox showcase or wherever they announce it. But it's just like they're not expecting to sell the tons of units of these things anymore. Yeah, they're not begging retailers to keep the shelves open for them. They'll stick with a few major retailers like Surface does, you know, and they've not gone trying to fix whatever happened with Costco, for example. You know, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, Costco's very fast turnover, margin focus. So if the margins are shitty, then they'll be out on something right away. They don't like keeping stuff long.
But it's Superchat while we're talking about.
I want to say real quick, it's very sad that would be like a PlayStation surprise feature because they've had jack shit this generation. I don't know what they're gonna have that would be like cool and surprising, even hardware wise. It's just gonna be a better PS5 and a handheld that, if it only plays their games, so like, I don't know. Depressing.
Don't underestimate the loyalty of fans.
Oh no, they'll still sell a ton. I'm just saying, like from the actual excitement
why is
factor.
It depressing? It's always been about the games. You know, like the games are still going to be there. Like,
oh no. I just mean if we have to rely on because Microsoft's always been, or Xbox has always been better at the cool, fun, innovative stuff. And if like that's just kind of going away,
I think like the next Xbox is still going to be innovative.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's just not going to be. It's just not going to have the sales volume that console warriors want it to have. They're not going to make tons of stock of it.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the same kind of spectacle. It's going to be like just quietly,
pushed out,
doing its thing in the corner. You know, they're not gonna. It's not going to have the same fanfare that it's had in previous years, because the business has changed. You know, it's all about the games have the fanfare now, and the games have to go everywhere.
They are the platforms.
And as we know, Microsoft Microsoft is a multi-platform company now. You know, the hardware will be cool and it will be innovative. And for people who are still enjoying the ecosystem, there'll be plenty of reasons to be excited about it. Like, I'm really excited about the Xbox Ally. You know, I've really, really enjoyed my time with the Ally, and I use it like at least every other day, if not every day. But I know that's niche. That's for me. You know, and for hardcore fans who want to buy that kind of thing. And that's kind of the way Xbox is moving it. Look at the Xbox Ally for an example of the way Xbox hardware is moving. That's all the evidence with the Xbox Ally and the way that was positioned, marketed, and stocked. That's what you can expect from the next Xbox.
Isaac, I don't think it's doom and gloom talk, Isaac. I think it's just coming to the realities of where hardware has moved, because it doesn't get cheaper throughout the generation anymore.
It's really not doom and gloom. It's just
the games are better than ever.
You know, you'll still be able to get one. You know, if you want it. It's just not going to be the only place where you can play Halo anymore. I mean,
and any Halo fan,
they're not going to manufacture shitloads of them because of that.
Yeah, and any Halo fan will tell you, like, fuck yeah, more people playing Halo, meaning that, like, my favorite multiplayer game might have a chance beyond being stuck on one or two devices. Like, it might have a chance to be big. They're in for that. They want that to happen. They don't want it to die. Like, a resurgence of Halo, yeah, I'd be down to see that happen. But I think that is the thing, is like, there's so many people that are so into this. Like, they are into
that's been the entire
and losing. The
entire industry around video games for 40 years has been about console sales in so many ways. And the entire time the internet hit, it's always about console sales. And speaking of consoles, Nick, we have a super chat asking Jez about one.
Yeah, Nick, why didn't you bring this up earlier?
Yeah, I know. Maybe I should talk more.
Ugh, you didn't. You talked all last week.
Kiri86, Jez, do you know if the series consoles are still in active production, or is it all... I'm assuming he's not meant to say new old stock, but old stock.
They're still in production. They've moved a lot of the production to Vietnam. So that's impacted the stock. Is they stopped making it in China so they could move it to Vietnam because it's, you know, tariffs and stuff like that. So that has impacted stock levels. So there are still consoles being made because there's still a demand for that stuff. And I think they do want to have Xbox Series X hardware for customers who want to play GTA in the short term. But they're just not going balls to wall with it, because to really go balls to wall with it, you've got to have big marketing and all this kind of thing. And their mentality is that not enough people actively want this stuff, and to justify the cost of user acquisition, which is really what it's about. So
it was a very bad November. I'm really curious what it's like for December on console sales.
Yeah, it was reportedly, I think it was UK numbers that were banning out the worst Xbox month ever on record in terms of hardware sales.
Wasn't it the worst industry record?
It was also terrible for the whole industry, but that was US. So I think this was a specific UK headline that was going around today.
So think of it like this, right? if the whole industry is down, you'd think if it was just Xbox doing badly, other console manufacturers would be up because those users will be going to PlayStation instead of Xbox. But because the whole industry is down, that's not what's happening. What's happening is the users that previously would have come into console are aging out of their iPads and going straight to PC. That's what's happening. And that's a combination of, I think, the desire to have a platform you can easily multitask with. Kids today, they want something that they can do multiple things at once on, and that just ain't consoles. Consoles is like for the boomerish generation that can actually focus on things.
Xbox One had it with Snap.
They did. They predicted some of this stuff, and they'll bring it back with the next Xbox. But that's why some of this stuff is happening. Is PC is growing at a faster rate than console is.
Yeah.
And it's not like console is actively shrinking, but it's just not growing at the pace it needs to grow to justify all the spend Microsoft would need to do to make Xbox grow. So they're just going where people are, which is everywhere else.
So,
and it's not just PlayStation; it's mostly PC. Really.
It's fair to say though that PlayStation aren't going to do that, right? PlayStation have found success with their device and their brand.
They've really shifted. They're 3 years into shifting from hardware sales as their growth metric to monthly active users.
Yeah, but like broadly speaking,
and are focused on margins.
PlayStation, I see a future where PlayStation games release day and date on PC. I see that in their future.
They've said live service will, but that's only for now. Like
I mean, just generally,
yeah.
like generally, but like they're not going to abandon console hardware, are they? Because they've won, so they've got that market and it's theirs, along with Nintendo, right?
No,
but so I guess my question is,
it's like the when you're a publicly traded company, you have to go where the growth is. And the growth's on PC, which is why like there's all these rumors flying around about the way PlayStation is going to position itself on PC. Like in my mind, there's no reason why PlayStation should be giving Steam the 30% when Windows is an open platform. Make your own app, for God's sake, and sell the games there day and date, and then put it on Steam a little while after the fact, or stuff
never
like that.
But we've also seen multiple companies try that and then come crawling back to Steam, Microsoft included.
We've seen many companies completely succeed, though, as well. And Genshin isn't on Steam, and Riot Games on Steam. And a lot of these games are live service, right? But
as a publisher...
maybe it doesn't work for the kind of game Sony makes, the single-player one-and-done kind of game. But, like, if they ever did have a multiplayer banger, which is something they're desperately seeking, right? That's the kind of thing that you could make exclusive, potentially. I mean, people actively opt into using Battle.net for Overwatch.
Yep.
Instead of Steam,
and COD.
So it's not an impossible feat to achieve. You just got to they've just got to sort of figure out a way around it, I suppose. Will they do that? I have no idea. But I don't think it's impossible.
Let's ask the quietest member of the panel today.
He's so shy. He's bashful.
Yeah. What do you think about all of this? Where do you think this, all this industry talk, do you think we're going to see hardware from Microsoft this year? That's
just
the original
in time
question.
With a $5 tip. Do you know if Xbox is consulting with their studios on the next Xbox and getting their opinions? It seems like it would make sense for the studios and Xbox to be on the same page in designing the future hardware, but maybe it doesn't work that way.
It does work that way. They go to all developers. Like, there's a really famous story, right, with the 360 was going to have, I can't remember the number, it's going to have X amount of RAM, and Epic and specifically Mark Rain.
Yes, that was back in the 360 days.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, they go around to developers and say, like, what do you need? What do you want? When they're building
They
new hardware.
do.
They have been pretty transparent. I'll say this, like, one thing we haven't mentioned on the show yet is Albert Pinello passed away.
Yes.
Recently.
Awful news.
horrible news. For those who don't know, Albert Pinello was like, instrumental within the Xbox ecosystem for developing platform, developing hardware, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he hadn't been there for a hot minute, but I heard
He went
that
to Amazon.
Albert, he went to Amazon, but like I heard that he'd been consulting with Xbox the last like year or so on the Xbox Ally, on what Microsoft's doing with its OEM push and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Working through this illness, which is a testament to the guy's passion, because if it was me, I'd just be like, drinking somewhere. But the guy, like, who is he was a creator, a technologist. But Microsoft is like actively sharing some of their plans, with a variety of people, and which is why, like, I suppose so much of it is leaked, frankly.
Yeah.
I think it is a good thing to be more transparent about it, especially since what is coming is potentially, a fairly big change for them and for their partners as well. Which is why, again, I think, like, look to GDC for like more details about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting is if supposedly all of them consult developers, they still wind up with wildly different architectures and setups. Despite all of them allegedly, like, the only one we've never heard about...
We're all on x86.
Yeah, they're all just customized AMD.
Yes. We're all on x86, but the way you make a game for a PlayStation is still very different to how you make a game for Xbox,
stuff.
which is very different to how you make a game for Switch. Now, the irony is that all of the supposedly PlayStation and Xbox both consult developers when they make their hardware. We've never heard of Nintendo doing it. We assume they do. We've never heard of Nintendo doing it, and yet allegedly Nintendo's platform is actually the easiest one to develop games for.
If they give you dev kits.
If they give you a dev kit.
I've also heard that Nintendo's like publishing structure for indies is absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of this stuff is. I've heard that. A lot of this stuff is like legacy issues with the way development and publishing used to be, and Microsoft's kind of working through this stuff because Steam has been so influential and about giving developers more of what they want in order to deliver games more easily and more efficiently. And I think like more and more companies are really paying attention to that. And I know Microsoft is like, again, look to GDC because I've heard Microsoft's going to really blow open some of its publishing rules for Xbox and make it more Steam-like.
I think they already shared a recent... I can't remember. I think
The
it was on the Windows
certification process, the whole thing.
Yeah, they shared like the nuts and bolts of how to certify a game and stuff, which was interesting.
Yeah, like they all that stuff was under NDA before, and now they've sort of removed the NDA and been like, yeah, we want to be more open about what it is exactly you need to do to ship a game on Xbox and Xbox PC and the benefits of doing it, blah blah blah, and all that kind of stuff. And it's a whole ass process, I suppose. But you are right, Nick, in that developers do find it irritating. Just things like achievements, like the way of implemented achievements is so wildly different on Xbox and Steam and PlayStation. And this is why like Nintendo has never really bothered with it because they know developers hate it so much. Even though like customers love it, right?
Yeah. I actually found, while we're talking about hardware and stuff like that, I actually found, what's his name? Shawn Layden's comments interesting. Why did I find them interesting? Because they mirrored exactly what I've been saying for nearly a decade.
I don't know.
This is interesting, and I'm not gonna talk about exactly what you're talking about, but just quickly, I saw what you're about to talk about, but it was also juxtaposed about a different Shawn Layden interview where he said exclusives
we talked about
were
exclusives.
so important and super important, and it'll be hell on earth if PlayStation publishes a game on
they're
Nintendo.
Not mutually exclusive things. So
I know.
Context has to be applied in both scenarios. So in a scenario where we stick to the old way, yes, exclusives are important. But in order for the industry as a whole to actually grow beyond that magical cap of roughly 250 million units we've had, we have to go to what I've been saying, which is, he almost said it word for word, which freaked me out even more. I've always said we had a CD consortium, we had a Blu-ray consortium. Why don't we have a video game consortium where the biggest publishers and the hardware manufacturers all create that group that says, okay, these are the specs for next gen. Anyone can make the hardware and the games run on all of it. And then all of a sudden we're selling the overall platform of video games becomes 300, 400, 500 million.
Yeah,
because anyone can buy any fucking device and just play all their games on it no matter what they own. Do they want the Samsung console? They can get it. Do they want Apples? No worries. Do they want PlayStations? Go for it. But they all play the same games. How great would that be?
When you put it like that, I'd be all for it. And it actually got me thinking, like...
I understand it would be difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
I get it. Go.
Well, I was just thinking, like, the one benefit of Microsoft's new platform that's just popped into my brain is, like, unlike now where Netflix have to build an app to run on the Xbox Series console and so Amazon Prime and all these different streaming services. If it's a PC, whatever, it's just the PC app. It just fucking works.
Well,
like
we're kind of already in that universe already because they're all just web apps.
Yeah, but
Like
did you see that
the YouTube app on your LG TV is the same as the Xbox, the YouTube app on your Xbox? It's all just web view.
But they just changed WhatsApp, which really bugs me. They had Meta had a dedicated WhatsApp build for PC, which was pretty performant and not too much of a hog, and they've completely scrapped it and gone for a web-wrapped version, and now it's an absolute
they're
ram
all
hog.
web wrappers.
And I'm like, you fuckers.
That's the downside of cross-platform. Well, like when you are making things cross-platform, you have to have the overheads in the app to handle the different platform idiosyncrasies, I guess. So, every platform is a little bit different, whether it's, mobile or the web or web browser.
And that wouldn't change in this supposed alternate timeline where there's just one agreed to spec with the video game consortium, because PlayStation is still going to have their own OS on their console, and Microsoft's still going to have their own OS on their console, and Samsung's going to have their own OS on their console. It's just that within that, the games have to run on all of them, and you buy it off whoever's store you want, and whatever the case may be. The other thing that would need to be worked out is, since we're going to a world that's almost 100% digital, how would that work? So if I buy the Samsung console and I buy a bunch of games on their store, what happens if I then choose to buy an Xbox after?
Well, if it's digital, then it's just you go to the store and it downloads, because it will all be x86 based.
But I mean, about the money.
But I've bought them on Samsung store, so where are those games tied? To what account? To what?
Oh, yeah.
The one platform future is one store and one account. It's the only way it would work.
That's another thing that would make that world difficult. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you could...
How would the account systems work?
You would all be store-based accounts. It wouldn't be platform-based accounts. So, like, you wouldn't have a Samsung-based... Or you would have a Samsung account, but you would then be able to link it like I do now. I link my Discord to Epic and to Xbox and to PlayStation and to Nintendo. I can link it all.
It would have to be something like that. There would have to be like some sort of standardization across the board that says, hey, it doesn't matter what console they buy. If they've bought a game digitally, that game needs to follow them no matter what. It works easy with physical, because you just take that disc and put it whichever player, just like DVD, just like Blu-ray. But now the world is no longer... Look at movies now. There's so many different platforms with movies where if you buy a movie on Apple TV, that movie, you haven't got it on Sony Core on your PlayStation. You have to then buy movies on Sony Core. So that's an argument against that future that I and Shawn Layden were talking about. Like, it would be too disjointed in terms of digital ownership. How would they solve that problem?
The single hardware platform has to also be a single software platform. a single store platform.
Kind of.
It has
Or
to
they
be.
need to work something out. Whether it is all these accounts talking to each other, like John said, because you do it now. Again, like I've got everything, like most of my accounts are all linked to each other. So, you know, with Epic Games, my Nintendo, my Xbox, my PlayStation, and my Steam accounts are all linked to my Epic Games account. So they can all talk to each other. So they'd have to work something out there in terms of that. Ubisoft, I think, is kind of onto it. Ubisoft seems to acknowledge stuff I've bought elsewhere.
Yeah, it lets you upload your cloud saves and download them on a different device and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, Ubisoft seem to be ahead of the game there in terms of that stuff. But that would be probably the toughest part to solve, should they even be able to solve it. Another super chat, Analog AI, Halo Infinite on PS5, more people to play, Teabag. Yep, more people to play. But I think the sad part is that we got to that point where Halo needs to be multi-platform to be big again.
I mean,
I think that's the argument against it.
It's an interesting idea and future, but we're all heading into unknown territory now when it comes to console hardware in general. Like I said at the beginning of this gen that it would be the most fascinating gen thus far, and it has been. I guess if I put myself in Microsoft's shoes, I'd be really frustrated because I think Microsoft made a lot of really smart bets at the beginning of the gen, like the Series S, the Series X, smart decisions that give plenty of options for the consumer. Their hardware was good. The games have been good. They finally sorted out the cadence. Their box, their premium box was, at the time, on paper at least, more powerful than their competition. It certainly looked a lot nicer than the ugliness of the PlayStation 5, which I still think is the ugliest console ever.
Probably, yeah.
But having used PlayStation now for a little while, and dabbling in that ecosystem, I will say that they do very well to make everything feel
Premium.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Yep.
That's the one thing that I will give mad props to Sony for, is that when you are on that platform, everything feels like you are in luxury land. And yeah, and Microsoft's operating system, whilst I feel it's more, like, obviously I'm more used to it, but you walk around it and it's like, okay, this is like, I think you've said it before, power user.
Power user. I call it a power user.
It's the PowerShell of, it's the command prompt of console operating systems.
It does more.
yeah.
The Xbox OS does so much more, but yes, it doesn't feel as smooth. It doesn't look as smooth. It doesn't.
Did you see all of these reports this week from that guy who was like, and then people are verifying it for themselves, like he was a wannabe pro Halo streamer or an ex-pro Halo streamer, and he found that his games started performing. I don't know if you've seen this, Jez. His games and his system.
He has seen it. He replied to one of the tweets that I tweeted, so Jez has seen it.
Delete all your friends and delete all your messages, and suddenly my games are performing better. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like a memory leak or some shit?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I am investigating this. I think Microsoft is also investigating it now because, you know, I asked my contacts, like, is this a thing that could be possible? And like some people were like, yeah, maybe.
I mean, it sounds like it because you're pulling stuff constantly.
Yes, you're pulling stuff. We've always said it for years that the fucking Xbox OS relies too heavily on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
It's been doing it since Xbox One.
Yeah.
It relies way too much on doing everything
All of Microsoft
involving
stuff
the internet.
does, man. Like the Xbox app on PC, like it's so, when you first boot it up on the Xbox Ally, it's so slow, and it's because it's trying to download half the internet, you know, to the device. So few of that app, such a small amount of the app stays in the app. You know, it's really annoying.
Yep. And that's the difference. The PlayStation OS and the Nintendo OS don't do that.
They do, but just not as egregiously.
No, just not so heavily. Like, people were showing it back in the Xbox One days. They'd set their console to offline, and all of a sudden the OS is flying. It's just going, it's just going all over the shop. It's like, man, fucking hell, like find a way to have more of the OS running on the actual hardware as opposed to relying on the internet so much.
Yeah.
So
I
as
do
soon
want
as
to
I
call
saw that tweet, I totally believed it. Completely and utterly believed it.
I feel like it is a thing. We got a super chat.
Tiberius Monk. Happy New Year, everyone. Any gaming trends you see becoming mainstream this year? Looking forward to more Xbox Era. You're my favourite gaming podcast. Thanks, mate.
Aww. Yeah, fuck those guys at Xbox too.
Yeah.
Gaming trends becoming mainstream this year.
Twerk streams where you twerk
Friendslop
to move the
is
controller.
mainstream now.
Oh, yeah.
Friendslop is mainstream. Friendslop, mate.
Friendslop?
Games focused
Friendslop
on
is
friend interactions, like hanging out with a group
peak.
and doing, yeah.
Yeah, like silly little like Pigeon Simulator, Peak, RV there yet, where you go in with a bunch of mates and you're just chatting and goofing off and it's just Friendslop.
Isn't that what Roblox is?
No, Roblox is Steam with a bajillion awful games in it, and a lot of them are Friendslop. But like Roblox as a whole is just the wrapper for a bunch of awful IP theft
I know
games.
what Roblox is. My kids have been playing it for years. Fortnite is doing it now. Like Fortnite is trying to do what Roblox has been doing. If you go into Fortnite now, there's just a fuck ton of games and modes that creators and kids have made, and they all jump in and you can build up all this XP on this in this creator island, and you go and it's just this person generated fucking thing with like little XP logos everywhere, and you just run your character. Like Fortnite's trying to do it because Roblox has obviously been so successful with it. Because what you're describing is what my son has been doing in Roblox for ages. Him and his mates just jump into these shitty, janky, fucking garbage games, and they just fuck around in them. Like that's all it is.
That's all it is.
I tell you what trend you're gonna see next year, but you won't like it. Ads in games.
No.
Ads
what?
inside games. Yeah. That's a big trend for next year.
But ads in
games.
what way though? Ads in what way?
For example, in the loading screen, you see a banner ad or something like that. Like instead, like how like today we get tips or something on the loaded screen.
Yeah.
Now you'll get a banner ad. Also, this will be especially true in free-to-play games. So free-to-play games, they will move to full-blown video ads. So like, for example, you're in a lobby in Fortnite, waiting for your friends, video ad will start playing in the corner, for example. Stuff like that. But if you buy something, the ads will go away for a little while.
I won't have an issue in Fortnite then.
Yeah, it's mostly going to be a way to monetize people who don't spend money, because that's a big problem for you. That's what the industry's identified as a big problem: is free-to-play players who don't spend money.
Wow. No
So
shit.
why are they just discovering that now? That's been a thing for years.
I suppose that they hope that they would eventually have spent money, but they've discovered that, and actually, no, a lot of these people just never will spend money.
Yep.
So,
But that's because
They
they're
gotta
not
do
giving
something
them
about it.
something they want to spend money on.
well,
That's why Fortnite has that formula so down pat.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Did you buy that?
Fortnite,
Did you buy that, Nick?
I did buy it. Yeah, I did.
The shame.
Fortnite realized very quickly, it's like, oh shit, if we do these fucking cool skins and emotes that relate to real songs and all that sort of stuff, people will buy them, and they do in their droves. So much so that Microsoft completely changed Game Pass for it.
Yeah.
So
I think we need to invent a new term here
for what?
For Nick buying Kim Kardashian skins. So when Nick buying skins,
Nick
we're going to
Slop.
call it Nick Slop. Nick Slop. Yeah.
Goona slop.
Nick Slop. Mate, I found there was a tweet I found that was, I just couldn't stop laughing, where someone put Chun-Li and Kim next to each other, and they started analysing the body shapes of Kim and Chun-Li in Fortnite to see which was better. I'm like, oh my god.
Mate.
Well, just ask Grok to
Fair
put them in
idea.
bikinis, and then you figure it all out.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, they're the two most popular skins, man. Chun-Li and Kim K, like, rocketed to the top. Rocketed to the top of their all-time list, currently most used list,
God.
like everything.
I logged on to Fortnite again, Nick, and
Yep.
this
season's not great.
I collected my
This season's not
V-Bucks and I bought my son the Stranger Things bundle kit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he loves Stranger
He
Things.
wanted it. Okay.
He loved it, man. Like, I feel like for him, he's 11 going on 12.
Yeah.
For him, Stranger Things was like Lord of the Rings was to me. Like, he was
probably.
so...
Yeah.
Like,
So's my daughter.
he's been watching it over the last year, and we watched the finale together, and he was genuinely tearing up, and I'm like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, my
And it's like it's adorable, but
You should have heard my daughter. There's been 5 confirmed deaths. I'm like,
Mm. Okay. I've muted Nick just so that no one yells that we're being spoiled.
I didn't spoil anything.
Even just talking about it, people lose their minds.
yeah, no spoilers.
Yep.
But he was very sweet watching him watch that. I want to throw a question out before we talk about some of the other platform holders. Last one on Xbox here, and some of the people in the chat have been talking about this as well. In this new future, Microsoft partnering with other manufacturers, they'll make their own reference hardware, a la Surface. Like, here's the best of Xbox made by Microsoft. It's this much, and this is the specs for it. Blah blah blah. And then they'll unleash those specs over to OEMs to go bigger and crazier, or go smaller, or whatever. But the one thing that will remain exclusive for Microsoft instead of games is Game Pass. And I guess, how important do you guys think Game Pass is going to be to this new era of Microsoft going forward? I think it's driving a significant chunk of revenue for Microsoft right now, despite it's not sustainable claims from the majority of the industry. Do we think it's going to remain that way? Because a lot of people are like, oh, will they put Game Pass on PlayStation? And I'm like, no, because it can't work the same. It can't work the same on the biggest platform than it does on the Xbox platform, because no third party is going to be like, yeah, that's fine, just release it everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's not true, because we have Ubisoft subscription and EA subscription on PlayStation.
I mean,
So-
Microsoft paying for third-party game to release on PlayStation and Xbox and PC and Switch, it costs infinitely more than it does right now, just by doing that. So it can't work
What do you
the
mean?
same.
The day
Like,
one,
the amount of money
day
that-
one third-party games on other platforms, they wouldn't ever be able to do
No,
it.
because the Game Pass that would go on PlayStation would be completely
just
different
first
to the
party.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
It would be a
Yeah.
first-party Xbox games only on PlayStation. And 100% there was a world where Microsoft was trying to make that happen.
Do you think they still will?
No. But I reckon 100% there was a world where they tried with PlayStation and Nintendo.
Hey, Nick. How come you don't say no?
Because that's bullshit. Because that's not how
You're
Aussies say no.
Australian.
That's not how we say no.
That's how Aussies say no. They
No,
say,
it's not.
"Nar."
No, we don't.
That
That's
is-
bullshit.
I've
That's
seen
just a stupid
Instagram,
meme,
bro.
That's just
Nah,
a
it's not.
stupid
It's
meme.
true.
It's no. We just say
nah.
no.
Why does it
Well,
sound
I'm
like
saying
an
no now.
illager
No, you don't. You
in
say
Minecraft?
nar.
No, it's just no. Not
You-
nar. No.
Nah.
You're trolling me, Nick. You're trolling everyone on the
He definitely
internet.
has said
no,
NAR in the past.
bullshit.
You're
And
faking the way you say no. I've seen Instagram.
I'm not faking.
I know that you say you're supposed to say no.
Those people on Instagram are probably acting to play up into the meme.
No.
That's probably all it is. But yes,
No.
I reckon Microsoft 100% tried to get Game Pass onto Switch and PlayStation. 100% they did. At one point.
What do you reckon, Jez? Seems you're a
Nah.
man in the know. No, no.
That I can't even remember what you're talking about. I was just too busy saying no.
Game Pass is going to remain the big exclusive, the one exclusive driver for Microsoft. But do you see them putting it, or a version of Game Pass, on other platforms going forward?
No. They won't,
No.
they won't be putting that won't happen.
They won't do
I
that.
think just
No.
no. I mean, they'd probably love to do it, but why would PlayStation let them do that? Why would PlayStation let them encroach on the business model? It's about like PlayStation. Game Pass disrupts the business model PlayStation wants the industry to have. So I don't think PlayStation would allow it, even if it was the thing that could.
Even though they allow EA Play and Ubisoft Plus, same diff, right?
Well, nobody uses those.
Oh, okay.
And you can't get the best EA one on consoles. It's only on PC. The day one.
Yeah, like it's about the day one sale, isn't it? Those are like sort of back catalogy kind of things, which PlayStation begrudgingly followed suit with.
Yeah, it took a while too.
But emphasis on begrudgingly, right? So I don't think that'll be a thing, but could be wrong. You know, you never know what's going to happen in this industry.
That's true. Speaking of PlayStation, we've obviously got at least confirmed for this year from those guys, Saros, we've got Wolverine, both landing this year direct from PlayStation.
Other
first
MLB?
party. Do we? Oh, and MLB, yeah.
And
Do we
Marathon.
predict anything else? Oh, and Marathon, yeah. How can I forget Marathon? The revolution in first-person shooter extraction games.
Yep.
Anything else you guys would expect to see from Sony this year? Any big reveals?
Don't know.
I'd be surprised. The God of War
Hello.
the 2D Metroidvania God of War game. I'd expect to see that this year. 2.5D, whatever you want to call it. I'd expect that. That's probably the only quote unquote surprise.
Something new for Horizon. Maybe their MMO from Guerrilla.
Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe that.
Okay.
If there is a state of play coming, which I saw some scuttlebutt about on
They have
Twitter.
one every February, right?
Yeah,
If there is a state of play coming, I would expect to see the God of War Metroidvania there.
Or they got a new China
Nice.
Hero Project thing to show off.
Who's
Maybe you
making
never
that?
know.
Sorry?
Who's making the God of War Metroidvania thing?
Let me check my DMs. I was given a studio.
Is it this?
Oh, is that your rumor?
Him and Grubb.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it's directly mine.
It's been mentioned by a
What's the
lot of people.
studio's name? I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this.
Probably not, because I don't. Let me mute you.
Yeah,
Mega Cat. I got told Mega Cat Studios.
Fucking hell. He just blurts it out.
Mega Cat. What have they made?
Yeah.
An American video game developer.
Into the Pit. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Oh, they made that Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit is listed on their website. That was actually reviewed really well. It's in like the mid-80s, I think.
Wow. Good for
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Backyard baseball,
Cool.
backyard hockey, backyard soccer. I don't know if these are published or developed.
They've been in the last 10 years. They've been releasing games for like NES, Mega Drive. Like they've been making games for the Mega Drive right up until 2020.
Oh, so they've worked on a
Believe it or
ton
not.
of stuff.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
So hopefully I haven't said something I wasn't supposed to say, but that's the studio. I
Nick's
got
in
told.
trouble.
It's always
That's
in
the
trouble with us,
studio
which is
that-
why we canceled the rumor mill.
That is the studio I got told is making the God of War Metroidvania, Mega Cat.
I look forward to their public dismissal of this claim.
yeah. We're not making that.
What the fuck is this guy smoking?
God, that DM is old too. Jesus Christ.
All right, from a Nintendo perspective, Switch 2 is entering its...
God, there's
Second
always so
year.
little to talk about with PlayStation.
I know.
I feel bad. Like I'm
Biggest platform.
interested. I've owned most of their consoles. It's just they're in a weird spot. They're
no,
enormous.
they're
They
winning
make a
the
bajillion
sales war,
dollars,
so-
but like their first party is just weird.
Pretty tough to be a PlayStation content creator, I would have thought.
We mostly just talk about Xbox.
Why do you think they all talk about fucking Xbox all the time? Oh, dear.
Maybe they're
Nintendo.
just taking the wrong angle. Maybe they're just taking the wrong angle in terms of, like, maybe don't structure it in a way where you talk about the news each week or whatever. Maybe go another angle.
Just play more PlayStation.
Kind of funny. He
games.
does a lot of
Tons.
retro PlayStation game coverage.
Maybe go that angle.
Why not? But come on, Nintendo Switch 2, fastest selling console in the US, fastest selling console of all time.
So far, yeah.
So.
Is that place going to keep up?
Sell the first one. I don't think it'll outsell the first one.
Do you think? Well, the whole industry was down, including the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch was down year over year versus just the Switch 1. And again, it's always because can they make it cheaper? And with the RAM and SSD doing what it's doing, I don't think so. So, I don't know.
So I guess, yeah. But they've got games coming, right? They've got Mario Tennis.
Oh, yeah.
Tomodachi Life.
Mario Tennis Fever. It'll probably only be me and Tom Warren playing that game online.
They're going to have to reveal. Yeah, Mario Tennis Fever.
Comes out next month. Can't wait.
There's got to be...
I feel so out of touch when it comes to anything Nintendo related.
I'm with you, Jez. Like, I've got a Switch too, and I played Donkey Kong for like, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, and I was like, this is fucking boring.
I can understand people not liking Donkey Kong. I can totally
and then I'm like, Game of the Year nominee? What? Like,
it
tastes completely
different. If those
different
gameplay systems and those collectathons really hit for you, it's cool. It's like cool little tech and it's fun. It did not for me. I'd be more into Metroid Prime if I was going to play a Switch. But even that, some people weren't into. Nick can't believe it. Last week during Grubbsmas, Nick was very... He was surprised that Jeff really, really did not like Metroid Prime 4. Overall, Jeff Grubb did not like it, mainly because of just how not interconnected a lot of it was mixed. Like, the actual gameplay can be very fun and really cool, but a lot of stuff just did not hit for him.
Open world slop?
It is a game it's a game that Retro had to come in and fix and completely rebuild from parts, and you can see what
it was being made by Namco initially. So instead of being with Retro like the first 3 Metroid Prime games were, it was with Namco. Then they decided to take it away from Namco, and Retro came back and had to like try and juggle keeping what was already there, but then changing it to make it better and more retro and more in line with what Nintendo wanted. And the game does very much show that when you play it. And like if you really play your Metroid Prime games, it definitely is not what most would expect. But I still loved it.
See, Metroid was like the only franchise for me for Nintendo that was really even vaguely nostalgic. So I'm kind of glad that it sucks because now I don't even have to consider them ever again. Sweet.
It is funny when you look at Metroid and with how well Hollow Knight Silksong is doing. Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silksong combined will have more sales than the entire Metroid franchise.
Wow,
which is crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Especially with how good Dread was.
They've got the Yoshi game, which I'm kind of
it's a very little
Yoshi
kid game.
Story on
Yeah,
like I loved Yoshi's Story on 64, but then Woolly World was like, and then this new one doesn't look overly interesting. I'm more excited to hear about what they're going to do for Zelda's 40th anniversary.
Troy down.
Wasn't there a full Ocarina of Time remake?
That was the rumor. That was the rumor
bandied around.
I haven't personally heard that. I've heard different things. I would probably expect something. I think I said this last week. I would probably expect something along the lines of like Mario 3D All-Stars, but for Zelda.
And time limited and taken away from you for no reason other than Nintendo's weird
Only
shit.
being sold for a month, and it gets delisted after 2 months digitally, and fuck all of you.
Yeah. I'd be there day one on a new Smash Bros, but...
Yeah, we discussed that last week about what that would look like. Like, Smash Brothers for
they
Switch.
Fix the lag?
Eh?
It ran okay for me.
Whenever I've tried to play Smash Brothers online, it's just laggy.
Oh, online.
Multiplayer, just crappy servers, disconnecting, like ancient technology, and I'm just there like, bro.
You got to emulate it on PC
Nintendo's
and
games online, so I wouldn't know.
Mod and rollback netcode.
That's the thing where I get like irked at the lack of care at some of this stuff from the broader industry. Is like Nintendo Online still being garbage after, like, hello, it's been around for a while now, like the internet, like, come on, Nintendo, get with the fucking program already.
But how many people are actually playing their games online? Probably not that many.
So
There'd be more with
So
Switch
they have
too,
no
you'd think.
need to give a shit.
I know that
many
there
games
Not
were
playing them
really-
online because Nintendo Online is terrible. That's why.
yeah, if it was good,
Everyone wants to play online.
Who said that they don't want to? I never said they don't want to. I said how many actually are.
but yeah, it's a chicken and egg, is what Jez is saying. If it was good, maybe they would be, but it's not,
Maybe.
so they're not. You know,
Maybe.
like
At
self-fulfilling.
At least you're
prophecy.
getting your Virtual Boy games. You buy your plastic.
Oh my god.
You buy your $100 shell.
I think this year we'll get consoles people give a shit about on the NSO. This year we'll get consoles people give a shit about.
3DO it is.
Probably the Wii. Probably the
The Wii U.
DS. I'd say we'd get those two. And they'll probably do a Wii remote.
If you really care about the DS, you get an
Accessory.
Iron Neo Thor. I think it's a Thor.
For the DS, they'll probably sell like an extra screen that you plug into the top of the USB-C slot on the Switch too.
God.
So it looks like a DS and acts like a DS.
How is that, man? How is that going to clamp in? I don't even
I don't
know.
even want to consider it.
I don't know. But I reckon they'll have a Wii remote that doesn't rely on the little bar. Something like that for the Wii.
Do you think that the Switch 2 will just continue to sell as crazily as it initially sold to all those
No,
Nintendo
it already slowed down.
fans out there? Or do you think
Didn't it
it's
already
going to suddenly
plateau?
go? Yeah,
It slowed
well, that's
down
why
quite a
I'm-
bit in the US over Black Friday in November.
Well, yeah,
Just
I've always
drove
said
it,
that I don't.
Just drove it for
I've always
Nintendo,
said
man.
that I don't expect it to sell as well as the first Switch. I mean, price is going to play a massive factor in that. Price alone.
Yeah. I think with any of these iterative consoles, like particularly like Nintendo has always been this very innovative company, right? They've always taken these enormous risks with their hardware. Sometimes it didn't work, the Wii U. Sometimes it went crazy, the DS, right? But the Switch 2 is the first time I've kind of been like, apart from the SNES, right? But like it's like, oh, it's just a better Switch. But then I
Maybe
hold
just-
the
maybe
Switch
both
2
for
and then I
Nintendo,
compare it to like holding the Ally, and just on an ergonomic scale, I'm like,
Oh, the Switch
God,
2
the
is
Switch 2
horrific.
is a fucking horrible
It's
thing
horrific.
to hold.
And so
all
is the first
time.
Switch. The first
Yeah.
Switch is ergonomically a nightmare as well.
I don't know.
I think Nintendo should just shut down, man.
Why?
It's clear that they're just not a good company, man. They should just shut down. They should just show up shop and just give me all the money instead.
There lies the rub. All right. I'm just trying to get through a couple more things. Prediction from you guys: will Grand Theft Auto 6 hit its release window? Nick.
No.
Ooh, Jez.
Yes.
Jesse.
Yes.
I am also leaning yes. So Nick, if they end up delaying it again, you get to be the big song and dance, the Nick was right party once again.
No, I just don't see them like that. This is what they do. They
Historically, this
what
is the
Rockstar
date they
does.
hit. So historically, they've got the 2 delays and then they're out. It's very Naughty Dog like.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom Henderson. I saw him on with Gaz earlier.
He was very serious Gaz, serious Tom.
I suspect we go.
Gaz told me he wasn't podcasting today.
Well, he had a better guest, he said. He said, because Tom Henderson,
no.
if you didn't
I
know,
was
is
supposed to
biggest journalist in the world.
Yeah, that's true. I was supposed to guest with him last week.
I thought you did.
No, I didn't for some reason. I can't remember the reason.
Yeah. I suspect they will go like May 2027 or March 2027. Is my
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay.
Again, I haven't heard anything. Like
Yeah. It's
it's
just
the same way back in 2023 when you two were saying, "Oh, nah, they'll definitely hit their target," and I was like, "Nope, 2026."
yeah.
And you guys
fair.
were like, "No, they'll definitely hit their target." That was back in 2023. I said that. And then when they announced May 2026, what was the first thing I said on the next episode after? I said, nope, it's going to be fall 2026.
Yeah.
Straight away, I was like, nope, that's going to be fall 2026. They are lying.
Well, we'll find
And
out
here we are.
come November.
I don't think they'll be fall this year. But that's just that is just the genuine guess. I don't think they'll be fall this year. I think they'll be May or March next year.
If you had to make a crazy, out there, wild prediction for this year, so completely unknown, be it a revival of a classic IP or something out of left field.
God, I want Maximo back so bad.
Right, okay. So do you want to make a prediction that Maximo will make a triumphant return?
No, it won't.
You're going
Of
to
course
will
it
it
won't.
into
Capcom
existence?
doesn't give a flying fuck about Maximo.
I didn't even know what that was.
I would kill for a Maximo 1 and 2 remake. I would do anything for a Maximo 1 and 2 remake. My God, it'd be so amazing.
But what do you have as a wild, out there prediction?
Microsoft will release that cylindrical Series X revision.
New hardware, bitches!
For $429.99.
And it's a streaming puck, and it's this big.
No, it's a Series X. It's a Series X with a disc drive.
Oh dear. Holy shit. I mean, I have to read this one out because it's absolutely crazy. Didaxborough in the chat says, wild prediction, Microsoft game wins Game of the Year. Crazy.
Wow.
And
crazy.
I do have to read this out because we're contractually obligated to. Torn Raptor, the CEO on Nintendo, says a new Fire Emblem this year too. So
Yeah, when we talk about what they have, people are excited for that one.
I like that as a prediction. A Microsoft game wins Game of the Year.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is the gaming industry's reply to that.
We all know if Wolverine comes out this year, it will
There
win.
is a better
I don't think
chance of
Wolverine has it.
Microsoft making all their games exclusive again than an Xbox game winning Game of the Year.
Well, no, it will win as a multiplat and then not count.
No. It's not going to happen. Jeff will not allow it. When are you guys going to listen to me? Jeff will
Tom
not allow
Henderson,
it.
Ubisoft will actually have a good year.
Yeah,
If they
I'm
release
really
Prince of
excited.
Persia,
Prince of Persia, Sands of Time remake, and Black Flag. Yep, I'm in for both.
Lost Crown 2, please. Lost Crown
Be
2.
nice. I would
another
like to
2D
see,
Metroidvania.
surprise prediction, this is the year. It's the 25th anniversary of Xbox. Microsoft will announce a new Banjo-Kazooie game.
Yeah, right.
There you go. I'm just making the prediction. That's
right.
mine. So we've got a new Maximo being willed into existence. No, yours
No,
was
that's
the cylindrical
the
Series X
the
revision
Series
will
X
come out.
Cylindrical Series X.
I'm predicting a Banjo-Kazooie reveal for the 25th anniversary. Jez, what's your crazy, wild, out there, unknown prediction for 2026?
Satya Nadella will say something positive about Xbox in a public capacity.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
That's my crazy, ridiculous, insane prediction. Even more unlikely than Maximo, I think.
Ashashin,
Oh, go
Grand
on.
Benefactor. Happy New Year, everyone. Been a while. Good to see everyone celebrating Microsoft's name change to Microslop. Jokes aside, hope everyone has a fun time. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Assassin. Jesse, what's your wild prediction for 2026?
They'll actually make more Series X's and Series S's to coincide with Grand Theft Auto coming out.
Yes, the slim one, the revision.
I just mean in general, they'll
cylindrical
up
one.
their stock a little tiny bit for it. Not a lot. Not a lot, just a little. They'll be up 10% year over year that month instead of down 40.
It'll be at the Dev Direct. Before we go, and you'll see
Here's the thing none of you want.
If Microsoft were really, really smart, they've raised prices so much, but maybe just for because I don't think they'll get the marketing for Grand Theft Auto. That's going to be PlayStation for sure, right? Because Microsoft won't pay for that kind of stuff. They don't care. But if they did a smart, okay, we're going to just cut the price for this week by like $100 on all hardware. So the cheapest way you can play Grand Theft Auto 6 right now is on the Series S for its original launch price 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that would be a good thing to see. But yeah, unlikely. Okay. All right. Last question. In 2026, do the panel think that console hardware prices from all or any manufacturer, platform holder, so Nintendo, PlayStation or Microsoft Xbox, will they go up again in 2026?
God, I hope not. Not that I care, I've got mine, but still. Man.
I mean, you'd think that like Microsoft moving its manufacturing to Vietnam would be a way to prevent that from happening, right? But the way the world's going, you don't know what's going to happen one day to the other.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things that could upset the supply chain. Not to get political, but we're witnessing a breakdown of international norms and international law at a pace not seen since World War II.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're being like so anti-Trump right now. That's so out of order.
It's just a reality thing, and if certain other countries like Taiwan, for example, get invaded, which provide how much percent of the world's silicon, like 60% or something like that. If Taiwan got invaded because of the degradation of international norms, then GG, you ain't getting a next-gen console, period.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting chips for anything. You can
enjoy a Tencent console or something like that.
You want of any to have that one console.
You want of any silicon, period.
Yeah. Man. Carnage. All right, and last question, because I think there is one set of hardware that we didn't talk about, is Steam and their Steam machine.
Steam machine.
Like, Steam have come out and called it a PC. This industry determined it was a console, whilst also saying that the Microsoft's handheld console, Xbox, wasn't a console and was a PC. It's all very confusing. Steam have announced it. It's coming out at some point in 2026. I believe the first
Everyone
quarter.
says March.
The plan was March. I don't know if those plans are now changing.
Yeah, I heard
the plan
March
was
too.
March.
So,
alongside Half-Life 3, everyone's saying it.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
That's what everyone's hearing.
Yeah, but not anymore.
Sorry.
It will be
Super. No, not
like,
super
okay, what do you think the
expensive,
price is going to be for the Steam machine?
US. $9.99 US. No, I don't think it'll be $9.99.
I do.
I don't think it'll be something like a $6.99 or $7.99.
It wasn't.
I was
that was
say
their
$7.99.
$7.99 was the most likely price before all the RAM shit. They're not making a ton of them.
I don't know. I'm still going to guess six. I'm still going to guess $6.99 or $7.99 personally.
The one I'm more curious about is the Steam Frame, because I think that's the one they probably were going to make more of. Because they've talked about the Steam machine being for Steam Deck owners who tether to their TVs. Like, that's their target audience. There's not that many people that do that. But the Steam Frame, especially with how unbelievably over the top the Meta Quest 2, 3, and 3S are on Steam's own hardware survey, where they're like 70% or something of all the headsets used there. I think their bigger play is to try and do the Steam Frame than it ever was the Steam machine. And I also think the Steam Frame is going to be like $900 because Meta's losing a ridiculous amount of money. They're just burning it, or they were. But like the Steam machine, I could not have imagined was ever going to be less than $700 before all this bullshit. And after all this bullshit, I can't imagine it's under $8. But most likely about $1,000.
You mean they're not going to aim for $399 or $499?
Yeah, that was what came. Like, I remember I was watching Digital Foundry and Rich was
Dead
like,
on arrival.
This is like a $300 machine. It's going to be grand. I'm like, how? They're not. They're not
couldn't
looking to
believe
make
that.
more than 5 million of them total. Probably, like even
I
that.
couldn't believe I saw people going, "Oh man, if this thing's not $4.99, it's like DOA." It's like, how are you expecting it to be anywhere near $4.99?
And it doesn't go into retail. Like
How?
it's not a retail device. It's only e-tail. It's only their own distribution centers and sending
Boutique,
things out.
baby.
Yeah, it's expensive.
All consumer electronics is going to be boutique.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a
until
grand.
I said-
iPad passes
I
by.
said back then, this thing has less of a market than the Steam Deck does, and the Steam Deck has barely hit 5 million.
But supposedly
So
it's like
how are
6
they-
now or something, 6 to 7. But they have stopped production on the LCD model because most likely all the shit that happened with RAM, and they want it on the higher margin OLED one. So instead of being $400 to get a Steam Deck, it's now $550 to $650. And you really want that 650 one anyways because the screen's a lot better with the coating.
All right. Okay.
All
Cool.
hardware is becoming niche and boutique.
Yep.
All of it.
And I'm just going to mention this because obviously, you know, Jez mentioned it earlier on the show. We obviously lost Albert Pinello on the 31st of December. Heart goes out to his family, his daughter, I think, and his wife. But what many people might not know is that Albert Pinello was spearheaded a Kickstarter, which is live right now. It's still got 10 days left to go. And obviously, his plan before his cancer took a turn for the worst was to see this through, which was a toy, which was a Mighty Orbot. I don't know if anyone has seen this. The Kickstarter is raised, I think when I last looked at it, around 34 grand of a 70 grand target to make this classic 80s toy. And the team have posted an update sharing that you can, you know, they now want to still see this through, even with their leader passing away. So if you are interested in that, there is an article up on XboxEra.com where you can find a link and go click through and support that project. I'd never heard of Mighty Orbots. Is this?
I had.
Is it, yeah, it looked like a transformer, but not.
Yes, it
Okay.
was the. If we're being honest, it was the Temu.
The Temu
Transformers.
Transformer. Okay.
But yes, I do. I am old enough to remember them.
Looks more like Voltron.
Oh, yeah, it could be. It could be more.
It's a bit of
Voltron.
both. It's a little
Yeah.
bit of both.
But man, such gutting news.
Very,
to
very,
start
very
the
sad.
year. And obviously, you know, like I wasn't on the Grubbsmas show, but like we just lost Vince Zampella. Out
Yeah,
of
we just lost
frickin'
Vince.
nowhere. It's like, oh my god, what is going on? All right, let's just stop now. All right, those still happened in 2025. Let's just chill for
It was
2026.
really,
please.
really sad. I'd been trying to get Albert on the show too.
Yeah, it is gutting.
Because
Because
he's in our Discord and we've chatted on Twitter and stuff before. Like, yeah, it was sad.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to jump straight into, because we love our patrons and we definitely like
there's not
to.
more news to talk about?
Nah, mate. I mean, we could go through a bunch of this news, but like, do you...
John hates the
I'm conscious of
patrons and-
Jez's time as well, and I do want to just talk
Yes.
about the patrons a lot.
I was just sitting there thinking, man, these guys go longer than me and Rand. What the hell?
only
Technically,
if-
we don't.
Technically.
we don't.
Technically,
go
Except when
almost half
Rand
as
is
long.
on our show. Except when Rand is on our show, and then we do go really long.
and as per usual, if I'm here, Rand isn't. And I think I'm starting
Yeah.
to suspect that Rand doesn't like me very much because, you know, as soon as he
Or-
hears
or
I'm on the
or
show.
vice versa.
He broke
the
his
other way
mic
around.
just so he couldn't be on.
Yeah, he was like, oh, sorry, I can't do it. John's on. Ugh. So, yeah, we're going to talk about our patrons a little bit. If you're watching the show and you're enjoying it, please do hit the like button before you depart, especially if you don't want to listen to community questions, which is one of the perks of being an Xbox Era Patreon supporter. You get to send in a question every week for us to read out live on air and answer. And obviously this week, a lot of them are probably going to be aimed to the lovely Jez Corden, so I'm glad he's still here. If you want to support Xbox Era directly, head to patreon.com/Xbox Era, and you can pledge your support for as little as a cup of coffee a month, and you get a bunch of extra content from movie podcasts with me, Nick, and Jesse, exclusive gameplay first looks, a bunch of different stuff with Patreon peeps. In fact, I just released one today for patrons for a first look at Will Follow the Light, which is a new indie game coming out in 2026. So, yeah. Nick, you have a question that you missed from the show before Grubbsmas that you determinedly want to read out because you let down this wonderful patron of ours.
I did, and I don't like that. See that, Jez? iOS, mate. Can't get that shit on Android, where I just go like that, and then a thumbs up appears. Look, boop. Can't get that shit on Android, bitch.
You probably could.
I
It's just not built into it.
Hang on. Like, you're using your iPhone as a webcam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My iPhone is a webcam. High quality webcam. Very high quality.
It's all right.
No, it's more than all right. Now, this is a community question from episode 293. So I apologize profusely to Kid 50. No, what was MMXV?
20-something.
I can't even remember his name.
2015, I think we figured out.
Yeah, I remember something 15. Yeah, 2015. So I guess that's technically Kid 2015. Hi. With today being Grubbsmas, which obviously it wasn't even at the time he asked it, but it's especially not now. I'm sure Nick accidentally spilled a few rumours. Hopefully, John and Jesse kept the Christmas spirit alive and gave Nick his annual one-time get-out-of-jail card. My question is for Nick. How did you end up becoming an industry leaker? Maybe I'm asking about something everyone already knows. I wasn't around at the start of XboxEra and have always wondered how it came to be that people share trusted information with you. I'm planning to stick around as long as possible. I wanted to thank you and the rest of the team for an amazing 2025 and wishing you all a wonderful Christmas. Thanks, Kid 2015. Thanks.
He's a tier 3 on gaming subreddit.
I have shared this story numerous times, Kid 2015, and I guess you just haven't heard it. And even Tom Henderson is saying looking forward to this answer. So clearly Tom hasn't heard the story because I've told this story many, many times. So when John and I started this podcast, back in 2019, growth was very slow. And we were trying all sorts of things and doing all sorts of things back then.
Your co-hosts. Hoo boy.
Well, hang on. I would say that you had the idea straight away, but you just needed to build into it. You know, you were like, it needs a hook.
We were both saying that we need a hook, and we tried, like how we've got the game shows. Back then, we were trying all sorts of stuff. Like, one of the earliest things we did was what John does now, which is that fucking don't read the comments. We effectively had a version of that called Hot Takes or some shit.
Yeah.
And we were just trying all sorts of things. And one day, someone reached out to me on Twitter, and this person, mind you, is still one of my sources to this day, over 6 years later. This person reached out to me and said, hey, I happened to catch your show, watched your show. You seem like a really nice person. Would you like me to leak information to you? I said,
Terrible judge of character.
I said, okay. I was like, all right, no worries, whatever. And they did. And they started to just send me shit. And at first, because again, I'm not like a journalist. I wasn't going to fucking like investigate any of this shit. This was just something I had started up 6 months earlier that I was doing on the side. But everything this person gave me was happening. Like, so I was like, oh, maybe I can trust this person. Like, I've timestamped it, I think, but the very first thing I leaked was about REverse being part of Resident Evil 3 remake. It was like the first thing I ever leaked. It was like a November 2019 episode. And then they talked to me about Platinum going with Kickstarter for something, and they talked to me about all these other things, PlayStation games on PC, a whole bunch of stuff. This was all back in 2019, and I was like, fuck, holy shit. And it basically just literally grew from there. That's it. That's all it is.
It's a fun story. And I think that's the thing people miss, is that you have always, and to your credit, I must say, you have always been extremely upfront in that I get sent random shit and I read it out on there. I'm not doing investigations.
I am the puppet.
Yeah, no one cares
and they
on
are
the internet.
controlling my strings.
Yep, I've always said.
I prefer the analogy if they've got my hand right up his ass and just puppet in his mouth.
They are the ventriloquists and I am the dummy. And they are the ventriloquists. That's all it is. It's just that. Sometimes I get more. Sometimes I'll get videos, screenshots. Tom Henderson and I famously did a co-leak with Battlefield. Which Battlefield was it, Tom? 2042? I can't remember which one it was.
I think it was.
I got a bunch of screenshots and stuff that I sent to Tom. I leaked the Crew Motorfest. That was me. that leaked that people quite easily forget. And I sent it all to Tom. I was like, is this real? Like, what the fuck is this? What's Crew Motorfest? I sent it all to Tom, and now he may lie in the chat and say, no, I don't remember any of that. But no, Tom Henderson would be aware of all this shit I sent him for the Crew Motorfest. And that's all it is. It's just that. Like, and I don't care enough, and I'm too lazy to investigate any further. So people just send me shit, and because I've now built a stable of 4 or 5 people that I trust, I just take it for what it is. And that's all that it is. Sort of how Jeff and I were discussing last week about how all my recent Nintendo leaks have been weirdly accurate. Like the Switch 2
Always
price,
fun.
the Switch 2 release month, Mario Galaxy 2 remaster, all the Metroid Prime 4 info I got 2 years ago. So, I don't know, man. That's all it is. It's just that.
Cool.
Thank you, Don J Z6Q. Thanks for that. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, to be fair, like I think that's a fair comment. Like, I'll read it out. Nick's probably the reason a lot of the people in the chat are here. Like, the rumor mill, rightly or wrongly, was super popular, but like the reason there's less of it now is that because we frankly are now a reasonably larger outlet than we ever dreamed that we would ever be, we have to start having some form of professional outlook in the way we do things to a degree. Not in all things. Like, we still try to have as much fun as possible.
The problem is too many people don't take the rumor mill for what it is.
No, exactly right.
You'd think naming it something as clear as the rumor mill would make it obvious what it is. And yet it doesn't get taken that way.
It's always XboxEra reported.
XboxEra reported and fucking did their investigative journalism and fucking found it.
Yeah,
Like, no, I got a DM on Discord, and I'm telling you what DM on Discord I got. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been. I don't know how much clearer I can be. That is all it's ever been.
Yeah. So it is one of those things. But it's still like, I mean, I don't know if people saw, we pushed out our 2025 Wrapped, which is really, really great numbers for us. Like, did you know, Jez, the XboxEra podcast is in the top 5% of video podcasts on Spotify and is listened to 98% longer.
Joe Rogan.
No, it's listened to 98% longer than any other show on Spotify. Did you know that?
We are in Joe Rogan's top 5 podcasts that he listened to.
No, our audience also listen to Joe Rogan and Taylor Swift and Drake and stuff.
Well, Drake buys all those listens.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, cool. Next question.
Hey?
Next question.
What next question?
Community questions. You said there were 2 on the form.
Yeah, sorry. Yes. Sorry, I got lost for a second.
That's okay. It's okay.
Nah. Yes. Nah, yeah.
No.
You got to watch that dude on TikTok. He explains to everyone Australian lingo, and fuck, man, they're funny videos because he's like, he nails all of it, except the odd thing here and there, but it's quite humorous. Next question, Jay Foley. Hello, guys. My question this week is, with Steam Machine's launch being early 2026, do you guys think we hear more about the launch this month or February?
It's $1 million question.
I think they'll push that to the last minute, a bit like Asus did with the Xbox Ally, just because they don't know. It's down to the wire, like certain component prices, I think. So it's like, what are our margins going to be like over the next year? I mean, they'll already have stock of like the current batch, but they'll want to set a price. They want to set the future price expectations correctly, right? And that hugely depends on the state of the market with regards to components. So I think they'll probably wait till they're close to the last minute, but I could be wrong.
It was like when Microsoft was like, what was it? It was Gamescom. They were like, here's the ROG Xbox Ally, and it's coming out on this day. And everyone was like, what's the price? And they were like, cut. Cut. We don't want to talk about the price yet because it's $1,000. But yeah. Okay, cool.
Worth it though.
Cool. Yeah, it's
They
great.
probably will be. And I don't know, maybe they don't want to get in the way of a potential Nintendo Direct and State of Play.
I don't think Valve cares about anyone else does.
Yeah, I don't think they care about
Yep.
it.
Nope.
I agree.
I don't know if I agree on that.
I do. I don't care what you've been DM'd.
I haven't been DM'd anything. I'm just saying, like, Nintendo Directs are fucking seismic. Even when they're fucking nothing Nintendo Directs, they're fucking seismic.
I don't think
I don't
Valve
think
cares.
Valve would want to get in
Nobody
the way of
watches
that.
Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, nobody.
No, it
They're
don't.
just the most
Just a
watched
bunch
thing.
of little kids. Nobody with any money. Just little kids waiting for the next Donkey Kong and Mario Tennis.
That's the weirdest part. Kids don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's fucking all the
Wait.
older gamers that watch
Yeah,
it.
and when all you older gamers die out,
Yeah, then
why- that's
Nintendo
why-
might be in trouble.
that's why Nintendo are making theme parks and movies with Illumination now.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get that younger generation back in.
That's right.
They're going to work
Because
with
they haven't
Roblox.
really got them right now. They
need
haven't
to
got them
make,
right now.
They need to make a pedo theme park like Roblox. That'll turn things around.
Like, my son and
Trumpland.
his mates, pretty much none of them play on Switch. None
Yeah.
of them. They all trying to get a hold of gaming PCs or they're on PS5.
Oh, man.
All the Gen Z, Gen Alpha kids are my friends. They all just want a PC. They all want a
Yeah.
PC.
My son got the ROG. He saved up and he got it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
They want a device that they can have Discord on at the same time. It's that simple.
Oh, I'm
I've
not
said
letting my
this is why
10-year-old have Discord.
He wants it.
Yeah, well.
I bumped into a mate of mine just after Christmas, and he was out with walking his dog with his two kids, and I was chatting to his kids, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I got this, and I got PlayStation." I went, "PlayStation," pff, and he went, "Xbox sucks," like that to me, and I was like, "Oh, we got." I was telling him I got Jacob. You know, he's on Fortnite. We get Fortnite Crew now. As part of our, he was like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "Well, you don't have Fortnite Crew? We get it with our Game Pass subscriptions. Do you not have that?" Oh, so I was like, "Yeah, fuck you, kid." It was funny.
My son was cursing a bit. My
Fuck
son was
you,
cursing
kid.
a bit
Clip
that I got Fortnite Crew and he doesn't. He was
it's
spewing
funny.
a bit.
That would be a line
is
yelled
funny.
a lot if they made their pedo theme park Epstein Island.
Yeah, yep.
I will say though, fucking PlayStation sucks when it comes
Lower
to
the
fucking
tone,
child
Jesse.
accounts. It's
He always takes it one step uncomfortably too
What?
far.
I repeated things said by other people.
XboxEra would like to formally apologise for the behaviour of our review.
XboxEra is not apologizing for shit. I muted you.
Fuck you, kid.
thanks to the shitty way that PlayStation implements their child accounts. My son has been fucking jibbed out of 8,400 V-Bucks, which I'm in the process of trying to get him back.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
that
I
is-
Oh, it's a
I was
fucking
tweeting about it.
joke. It is a fucking joke.
And
Would you believe
what's the value of that in real money?
$90? So
Australian, so
Because-
£13.
because his account is a child account, and Fortnite's base game is rated M, he can't attach it to his account. So he doesn't own Fortnite on PlayStation. So when he redeems V-Bucks on PlayStation, and I've warned him in the past, don't do it on PlayStation. PlayStation sucks. When you redeem V-Bucks on the PlayStation Store, nothing happens. It redeems, and the code is gone, but you don't actually get the V-Bucks.
That is so bad.
It's a fucking joke. And when
Are you
when those
serious?
V-Bucks,
That
when those
feels like a
V-Bucks,
big oversight.
when those V-Bucks, do you want me to show you the fucking screenshots coming from PlayStation support that explain it? Like, and I said to them, I go, so you guys have just ripped him off $90 and that's just it. He's like, oh, when he's 15, that's probably when they'll appear. I'm like, are you fucking all right? I'm like, are you fucking okay? So I said to him, I said, dude,
Whoa,
going
okay.
forward, do not redeem those V-Bucks on PlayStation. Redeem them on Xbox.
Or your
Because
eyes.
they'll appear.
Crazy.
Well, that's
That
what I mean.
is
On the Xbox
insane.
website, on the Xbox redemption,
Yep.
the Microsoft account redemption page, I've got it as a favorite on his Edge. I said to him, redeem them there.
I want Firefox.
Oh, it's a fucking... So now I'm in emails back and forth with Epic, and Epic's like, oh, can you tell us his own... Oh, can you get PlayStation to prove that he did actually redeem him on that account? I'm like, oh my God, you can see all this info.
That's
Like,
shocking.
are you for real?
Really bad.
You should just be like, you guys know who I am.
Yeah.
I am Nick of
It's fucking
Fortnite
infuriating. It is infuriating that I'm trying to get this kid $90 worth of V-Bucks that like he got for Christmas. Or because PlayStation's like, oh, he's not 15 yet. What's that got to do with the fucking price of fish? He's redeemed the code, you fucking idiots. Anyway. Yeah. So, onto the forum, eh, Jesse?
Yep.
Yes.
Jesse brother. Happy New Year and happy podcast 295, guys. I want to start 2026 with some sizzle. Namely, Russell Brand.
No, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, geez.
Why?
Oh, God.
What does this have to do with the
He's a
price
big
of
saving
I'd
Sarah
rather talk
Marshall
about
fan.
Trump. I'd rather talk about Trump.
Pretty similar.
Fucking hell.
Who, after copying more rape charges, is out there once again praising his sudden Lord and Saviour, Jesus, and hoping all his brave warriors will be granted Christ's grace in their trials. Sorry, fucko, but I think you're the one who needs help in trials, because you sound guilty as hell. Speaking of hell, this is Jesus' opportunity to prove to this proud atheist that he's real. And that will be the next time Brand pulls out his phone for another shameless grifter video. As soon as he mentions his name, he can immediately immolate that furry twat. Damn, that got dark, even for me. But enough about Dreamcast G. Sorry, wrong grifter. Enough about fucko Brand. This week's question is now that 2025
I like
has
this
ended,
guy.
what was your favourite song that came out this year?
Oh, my God.
Claire Obscure.
Have a song?
My favourite song, either 12 to 12 by Somba or Dracula by Tame Impala.
God.
One of those two. What? God?
I don't think I've listened
Do you know who
to
Tame Impala is?
No, I wasn't commenting on yours. I was just
I
generally
think you're
saying
saying God, as in, what's wrong with Tame Impala?
No,
Tame
no.
Impala's great.
no comment on your musical taste.
Feral deer.
What?
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 What did you say?
What?
That was a high.
Come on.
It was too
What are your
high.
favourite songs? What are your favourite songs?
I don't think I've
You
listened
won't.
to.
You won't know. You won't know. You won't
Yeah.
know mine.
How
like-
do you know?
I really like this new album by a band called Fey Tooth, but you'll know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, I don't think I've listened to a new song like from a band that's come out this year that I've really like fallen in love with.
Why does it have to be a song from a band?
I mean, yeah, like if we remove that caveat, I really like Lollipop from the Sectori official soundtrack.
Okay.
It's the best I've got.
Jesse?
Sorry.
The Paintress from
Bro,
Expedition 33
Just say
soundtrack.
you hate music, bro.
He didn't say video game music. He said like your favorite song.
Yep, I don't know. I don't really listen to music that often.
Well, there you go, Trev. I'm the only person that answered your question, mate.
Well, I mean, Jez did.
I
He
answered
just,
it.
yeah. He just didn't think you'd care. Because you don't. Because it's not you.
What? What are you talking about?
What? What's going on in this episode?
Well, one of my favourite songs is probably going to be named Song of the Year. 12 to 12 by Somba is probably going to be Song of the Year.
No.
It's a fucking fantastic song. It is a legitimately fantastic song. You listened to it, John. You've already listened to it, remember? In a room full of
Yeah,
people.
yeah, I
It's
remember
such
it
a good
briefly.
song. It is such a good song. But go listen to Dracula by Tame Impala. It came out for Halloween. So I think he's trying to make the next
I have
Thriller, I
no
guess.
idea
Not-
who Tame Impala is. I don't even, never even heard that name.
Tame Impala is an Australian artist from Perth
Ooh.
who makes all the music. What?
I'm just joking about Perth.
He makes all the music himself, but when he tours live, he has mates that play in a quote-unquote band with him. So he'll play the music live with mates, but he actually makes all of the music on his own. And he's got a couple of he's one of
I've
those
never seen this guy
artists that's
before.
got for me he's one of those artists that has a couple of incredible songs and then a bunch of meh. So Tame Impala Elephant, if you go and listen to Elephant, it sounds like an abandoned John Lennon song from the 70s. It's like an incredible song. Elephant, and Dracula is also fantastic.
Tame Impala is the prince of this generation, according to Darth Monkey. I barely ever heard any Prince music.
Prince of this generation? What? What do you mean by that, Darth Monkey?
I've never. I know like
No, I'm
one
just curious
Prince
what he
song.
means by the Prince of...
Like, as in Prince, the...
I know who Prince is. Are you fucking serious? I know who Prince is. I'm asking
mean,
So you
how
want to
he's
go
made-
down some sort
With
of
how
royal
you've been
family
before.
vibe?
I'm asking what he means by that comparison to Prince.
I can't believe you have not heard.
Plays all musical prodigy, plays everything. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay. Really didactic brew.
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters Golden. Oh god.
Oh my god. Having to go through the phase of my daughter watching that film on repeat. Painful. And even
I've never
worse.
seen it.
Oh,
I haven't
it's,
seen it.
Biggest fumble
It's-
this year. Sony selling the rights to K-pop Demon Hunters
Oh yeah, Jesus.
last year.
Bigger fumble than Concord, maybe.
Am I still there? Actually, no. Stay in the studio. They wanted to kick me out. StreamYard.
But John, while we're here, just have a browser open, a tab open with YouTube. Type in Tame Impala, Elephant, and Dracula, and just have a quick listen to both.
I'll listen to them, but not when
Elephant in particular, I think you will like. Elephant in particular.
And if you're listening to him, you can't talk, and that means Nick can talk more.
Yeah, I'll listen to them afterwards. I've already added them to my awesome Ultimate Win playlist that has been a Spotify playlist that I've been building with just songs since Spotify launched.
Screw Spotify.
It's full of lots of music.
Next question. Hytham G.
You didn't join in,
Year,
Jez.
Happy New Year, Jeds. I hope you had good New Year's Eve party like I did with my family. And for prediction as usual from last month, Xbox games going multiplat when Jeff was a guest, and let's see. But the only thing I'll say is hope for positivity and hope there isn't much negativity in gaming moving forward. So let's hope for those kind of things altogether moving forward this year. So yeah, that. P.S. If I had to predict Halo Campaign Evolved coming out this year, I would say something like fall of this year. Though you gents could make a good guess on Halo Remake's release date.
Early November.
November.
June.
Interesting.
August.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's hope
Based
for more
on nothing.
positivity, Hytham, but it's Xbox, so I suspect there won't be that much positivity.
There will now be a
Sad.
post on Gaming Leaks and Rumors where it says Jez said August for Halo, and then there's 30 replies saying, how is Jez even allowed on this fucking thing? And then someone comes in and says, no, he said it was based on nothing. It was just a guess, and then it gets closed. Happens like 5 times a week.
Sounds about right.
Nah, we've moved on from leaking now. My new thing is hating on AI and Satya Nadella
Nice.
all day.
Okay. I'm with you.
That's my new thing.
Well, welcome to
we
my island, where I've been for quite some time. On
Welcome
Satya.
to the Resistance.
Yeah. Satya's just... Man, I'm just glad others are starting to see it now.
Hytham has an
Good
honest
banter.
prediction in chat. Not a lying one like the last one.
But for our honest prediction, MCC goes multiplat this year.
Nah, man. They're done with MCC.
They couldn't monetize it anymore. They tried to. They tried to have those tokens.
I actually did hear they wanted to port MCC to PlayStation at one
Yep.
point.
Yeah,
I don't know if
and Switch.
they're-
And Switch.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever will, but I guess they're doing
Probably
these
not, because this
remakes
was
with it.
years ago. Like, that they were trying to get it running on Switch years ago. And struggled.
I never heard anything about Switch, but I heard there were plans for a PlayStation version of Halo Master Chief Collection.
There was also plans for the Halo Infinite multiplayer on PlayStation. At one point. Again, long time ago. Long time ago.
Superchat.
I didn't hear. Mine wasn't that long ago. It was like maybe 2 years ago. I heard
No, mine
that
was
they were doing it.
Mine was years ago. It might have even been before Halo Infinite came out. Super chat. Red Wolf Renegade. Jesse, I love your mood shirt. It brings out the Xbox in your eyes. Jez, how is Fallout treating you? John, what's the meaning of life? Hey, Nick. Hey.
You can buy this shirt at consolewarsgame.com.
Yeah, you can.
We're really good about promoting that.
We are.
Flash merch.
Jez,
There you go.
how's Fallout treating you?
Very, very well. I'm currently rebuilding the castle settlement. I've been doing that the whole show. I've just set up a fusion reactor, so now I have 135 power, which is probably overkill. And I'm also using the glitch where you can drop guns on the floor and then dismantle them to get extra build budget, because I want to put lots of stuff here, and the game's like, no, you've built too much stuff, but you can glitch the budget away, which is cool. I just don't know if using the glitch is going to eventually break my game or something, but
Maybe.
hey-ho. Yeah.
Do it.
I've also built a nice little shrine here in memoriam of the Minutemen who were killed fighting the Milo Queen.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna put that on.
Young Skywalker.
I'm proud of that. I'm pretty proud of that. Actually.
Next question. 99 Rukin.
Alone.
Hello, this is a new year. This is another acquisition
Oh,
idea
God.
for Xbox. This time, Square Enix. The reason Game Pass, manga, and anime. My reason Microsoft wants IP and they want a company who has it to feed Game Pass. Square Enix has 6 of the biggest IPs for it. I'm talking Final Fantasy, manga, Dragon Quest, Just Cause, Naya, and Kingdom Hearts. They also have mobile and a live service game. They would keep manga because it sells. Look at the Halo and Gears books. They would keep anime because anime could get people to buy their games after watching it. And they would probably combine it with a streaming service. I still say Comcast, not part of this idea, but I never give reasons for it from last time. 3 things: Peacock, Xfinity, and IPs. They would use Azure for streaming and Xfinity for AI to help power it. I know, not really a question, but thoughts on this idea? It does seem possible in this world we live in now. P.S. One of the biggest manga/anime Square owns is Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist PSS. What's that? PSS? Supposed to say pass? I don't know. There is a chance I have no idea what I'm talking about, and you guys just love this community and put up with us.
Oh, I think PSS was meant to be
Oh, yeah, PSS. Sorry. PPS.
He's doing it the wrong way around.
Yes, and that's probably why I got thrown. PPS. PPPS. I actually do have a question. Why would CD Projekt Red sell off GOG when it makes them a lot of money? Are they in financial crisis that no one knows about? By the way, wrote my own subject, and I wanted to go big for New Year's just for the XboxEra crew.
I think the GOG thing might have been because the guy who was behind it had left there, and he wanted it back, and maybe people that were there weren't as passionate about running it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think GOG was making as much money as you think it was.
Yeah.
Like, I heard that the company's basically operating on a shoestring budget, and that there's not many employees there, and it's not able to realize its potential in a structure where CD Projekt Red obviously have very, very different priorities to GOG. So I think spinning it out was just a case of like, this is actually probably a smart thing to do. It was just for both businesses potentially. So
if only Microsoft would do that with Xbox.
Yeah, I don't think Xbox would function without Microsoft, frankly.
So Game Pass isn't sustainable. We knew it.
Unless they were bought by someone like Amazon.
God.
Oh God, no! Don't put that
No,
out there.
thanks.
Jesus.
Why?
Amazon sucks, man.
Oh yeah, because Microsoft's so great.
Yeah, it's like out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah, it's like, which fucking Sophie's Choice?
Who's Sophie?
I keep forgetting that Jez is young.
It was an old, what was it, Meryl Streep movie? She had 2 kids, and one of them she had to give up to the Nazis. Sophie's Choice.
Yeah, she had to give up. Sophie's Choice. She had to give up one of her children or something.
That's sad. I don't want to watch that movie.
But you
That's why
love
it's called- that's why
miserable
it's-
post-apocalyptic games.
Only
That's why it's
games, not
become-
movies.
A saying, Sophie's choice. A horrible decision to make. And you don't really want any of them. Sophie's choice.
Yeah. Nick, keep your kids, get rid of your kids. It's
Also-
not actually that bad a choice. You get rid of them immediately.
Nick's choice. Next question. Direct 3. Happy New Year, peeps. And what a start to have Jez back. My question is about how Xbox could gain goodwill in 2026. They talked a lot about the anniversary coming up, but will anyone care apart from already Xbox fans? Old Halo, Gears, Forza, and maybe Fable are core Xbox IP coming this year, but we had plenty of memes on how that is all MS has and how these franchises are past their glory days. Can they impress the general gaming landscape going above just nostalgia? No.
I once asked an Xbox person last year, like, you know, do you ever want to say anything when you see disingenuous headlines? Do you ever want to be like, you know? And they said, "No, just let the games do the talking." And then they remarked with a certain amount of childlike glee about how many games they had coming in 2025, and they were not wrong, right? And I think that is just generally their mindset now. They just do not engage with that stuff about worrying about what the industry is saying to any particular degree, at least not publicly. So they'll just put out more games.
Yeah,
That's all they're going to do.
They've completely changed their mindset about all that stuff. They don't care like about the headlines. They don't care about social media discourse, any of that stuff. And frankly, you guys shouldn't either. Like, it's not like the reality of how people are engaging with Xbox these days. Like, people are just enjoying their games and ignoring the rest of it. And those are the customers they want to focus on. And I think like they just feel like this is the productive way forward for us. We can't control what people say on social media, so we're just going to keep pulling for our developers, our teams, and focusing on what we do well, which is, you know, delivering games at a pretty rapid cadence now, which is something that I never saw coming. Like, for the longest time, Xbox was the company that didn't deliver. You know, and the shoe's on the other foot now in some ways.
Yeah. I mean, Satya cares a little bit about what gets said.
Don't call it slop, all right?
Satya does care a little bit. Please don't call it slop.
Please be nice.
Reacting to all that stuff.
Yeah.
Please
be nice to be a fly on the wall.
Slop.
Oh dear, it's hilarious.
Man, this base is so cool.
And to 99 Rukin's question, I forgot to say it when we were talking about it. Quite a long time ago, Microsoft were having a look at Square Enix, at acquiring Square Enix. Quite some time ago. Amongst the many things they were looking to acquire. Back before ABK fucked everything up. Good old Collingwood. Happy New Year, John, Nick, and Jesse.
Oh, that is completely true about Square Enix, by the way.
Shit. What is?
That they were looking to acquire them, and
I know.
Hate it
They
when
were
they're
having
right.
like a real. They were having a real.
I'm saying
good
it
look
like
at them.
journalistically, not like rumor mill.
Yeah, not bullshit. No.
Yeah, you know.
I know they were having a real good look at them.
Yeah, no, I'm bullshit.
Yeah. You know, I'm just saying.
So were PlayStation. So were Sony were looking at acquiring them as well. It wasn't just Microsoft. Sony were too.
I don't know about
They were.
Hmm?
Happy New Year, John, Nick, and Jesse. And we'll say Jez too. Oh no, he's got Jez at the bottom there. So why didn't you say it at the top?
He doesn't want him to have a happy new year.
Should all acquaintance be forgot? And welcome back, Jez. Seems like it was only yesterday I asked you questions. Probably because it was. Because he's good old Colin was also a patron of Xbox too. So Jez, it was about 2 years ago or so ago when we saw the world of Xbox turned upside down. Phil Spencer announced 4 Xbox games would be going to PlayStation. Since then, many more Xbox published games have headed or announced to be heading to other platforms. In November, when Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 launched on PlayStation 5, Jorg Newman, head of Microsoft Studios for Microsoft Flight Simulator, was interviewed by FS Elite's Callum Martin. Right at the start of the interview, Newman says, "You know, the idea was actually born, I want to say, at Sony. There was a person there who was a big Flight fan and he hit me up, I think, so I brought it up with Matt Booty years ago and I said, hey, you know, we're on Xbox, why not go elsewhere? And he's like, But then I think Sony came to us and they were really interested in getting flights onto their platform because it's such a unique product. And I think that opened a lot of doors and hearts on our side. And I'm delighted that it happened. I think this is one of the most underreported and understated quotes in gaming last year. It says that 1. Sony was the one that first suggested cross-platform games. 2. Xbox were the team that was initially hesitant. 3. Cooperation with Microsoft Flight Simulator may have been the precursor to those infamous 4 games. 4. And it may have been going on for longer before 2020. Jez, what is your understanding about the events that have led to Xbox becoming a third-party publisher? There is still a lot we don't know leading up to that statement from Phil Spencer. Do you think it will ever be revealed?
It's an interesting question.
That is a good question. I didn't hear that Jorg Newman quote, so that's interesting. First of all, second of all, one of the weird things about this entire sort of quote unquote situation is just how difficult it is to get a straight answer from certain sources or certain parties about the reasons why this is all sort of happening, you know. And ultimately it is about money. But it's like they could have done this years ago. You know, why did they wait so long, and, you know, so on and so forth. So this is why, like, I often think about what you know, a lot of the stuff Satya Nadella was saying, because he was all like, oh, I hate software exclusivity, blah, 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 blah. So I just, and my conspiracy theory, and this, you know, it's still something I'm investigating even to this day. My conspiracy theory is that Xbox didn't want to do it. Satya wanted to do it. And at some point, the financials were such that Xbox could no longer deny Satya what he wanted. That's my conspiracy theory. So maybe one day we'll get a full picture about how all this shit went down. But, you know, it's like you said, there's still a lot of confusion about why this played out the way it did. Especially because, like, Satya was like, oh, I hate software exclusivity, but we have to be exclusive because PlayStation is exclusive. And then it's like, oh, actually, we don't have to do that anymore. So all this stuff he said to the, you know, the regulators under oath, none of that was true. Like, when did that stop being true, Microsoft? You know, all those kind of questions. I'm intrigued about that, and maybe someday we'll learn the full story. But
I am curious.
Still an ongoing investigation for me.
Because what your part of your conspiracy theory, part of it, I have heard in the past. Most that Xbox didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, there was so many rumors going around about staffers that were flipping out.
Most, not all, but most didn't want to do it. That's the stuff I had heard for a long time. At the same time, like I said, there was talks years ago about putting Halo Infinite's multiplayer on PlayStation to have that bigger install base. And that their thinking was, they thought of it as like an ad for Xbox. It's like, oh, you like Halo multiplayer? Well, how about you come over and get the campaign, and you look at what we've got over here. So there was thoughts to that as well, even though most didn't want the multiplat thing.
Well, you guys know what it's like working in a corporation, right? Sometimes, like,
yes,
even if things are a bad idea, like, to be a good corporate soldier, you kind of have to, like, swallow your pride sometimes and just and toe the line,
and be a yes man. You have to be a yes man.
Yeah, or at least, like, voice your concerns in a way that's, like, I don't know, acceptable from a corporate perspective. This is something I wrestle with in my job. Like, I fight and yell and bitch, and I'm just like, this is a stupid idea. We shouldn't do this. And you know, it's you end up coming across as you'll be overlooked for promotion and things like that if you're seen as a troublemaker. So it's like there is just a point where you can't deny the CEO what he wants, for better or worse. And I think that's at the end of the day, that's the situation Xbox found itself in. Satya wanted it, and therefore it was going to happen. And they pushed back on it for as long as they could because, they knew it was going to irrevocably change Xbox. Yeah, potentially for the worse. And they pushed against it as much as they could, and then eventually they didn't have any more steam left to deny Satya his, what he wanted. And Satya wanted multi-platform. He doesn't want to be in hardware. He's never wanted to be in hardware. He hates hardware, evidently. So
we know. They let go of Windows Phone, remember?
Yeah, we do know this. So I think, it's all Satya's fault, man. So
have you heard me and Nick's addition to this conspiracy theory here? Is that actually this is a long play from Phil, and he's actually the one whispering in Satya's ear, AI mate, that's the key. And then Satya will keep going all in on the slop, and eventually get ousted as CEO, and Phil will step in.
I was going to ask Jez that when Satya loses his job when the AI bubble bursts, who does Jez think will be the new CEO of Microsoft? I think it'll be Phil.
I've spoken to Phil about this, and I get the impression he didn't, I've jokingly asked Phil about this at events and stuff, and it kind of gave me the impression that he didn't want to do that kind of job, but maybe this is the only way to get the old, the Xbox vision back is for actual Phil to become the CEO. But personally, I don't think Phil will be the CEO. No. I don't think Phil I don't think he wants that, and I don't know. I could be wrong, but maybe I'm naive.
It's just my guess.
It's a long play.
That story that John's talking about, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I never said that.
We literally joked about
we're joking
Phil.
about this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying that I think if and when the time comes that Satya, fingers crossed, is gone, I personally think it'll be Phil that takes over.
Nope.
Even if only temporarily.
It could be. It could be. I don't think so. I think it'll be I don't know.
It'll be someone you've never heard of from some shareholder approved division.
It might be someone you've just never heard of. I mean, I can't see the Windows chief doing it. I can't see the AI chief doing it. Microsoft's AI chief is so unimpressive. It's whenever he speaks, it's like he wants to be one of these AI tech bros that are part of the cool kids club, but he just never says anything that's got any substance whatsoever. It's embarrassing. So I don't think that guy will be CEO. I don't think Phil wants to be CEO. It could end up being someone like a money person because Microsoft now has become a bank. So maybe it's Amy Hood. We've
God.
God, seriously, like a money person.
Tim.
Because
Tim.
So much
Stewart.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, Tim Stewart's moved to Bethesda because he wants to work in game dev. He doesn't want to work in finance. Yeah, that's what I've been told. This move is about developing his skills to work in game dev. He doesn't want to work in finance, is what I heard. I don't know how true that is.
I find that very difficult to believe.
No, that is what I heard. But whether it's true or not, I don't think Tim Stewart will be CEO either. Especially moving over to Bethesda, which is subsidiary entity. I think what's more realistic is one of the finance people takes over. So it'll either be Amy Hood or someone from another company. Because now Microsoft's a company that's all about managing money, and it's not about building product.
Get Tim Schafer in there.
That's the sad truth of it. Tim Schafer.
God, if Amy takes over, Xbox is truly, truly dead. If Amy takes over.
Yeah, it would be bad times if Amy takes over.
Truly dead. Dead as dead can be. Analog AI with the super chat. Xbox can be perfect if Mike Ybarra ran it.
Did you see the big falling out he had with Thomas Marler at Moon Studios?
That was an interesting exchange.
Yeah.
Well, Thomas was just being Thomas, yeah? Thomas was just being Thomas. And maybe Mike's not familiar with Thomas's demeanor. Like, anyone who's watched the episodes of our podcast where we had Thomas Marler on, that's kind of what he was doing, shitting on other games to prop up his. If I'm being as reductive as possible, that's kind of what he was doing.
He's very upfront with his opinions.
Yeah. And I don't even think he was... And I don't think he was even doing it so much as intentionally saying those games suck so much. I don't think that's how he was trying to frame it. It was more... I yearn for this stuff to go back to being what it was, more so than, hey, these games are shit and our game is the best. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or at least that's how I interpreted it. Where Mike just interpreted it. Because obviously Mike was running Blizzard and Diablo for a while. So Mike obviously took it a bit more personally.
But we've all seen what No Rest for the Wicked's done, so Diablo's pretty dead.
What?
I was being facetious.
Well, yeah. I don't know how that game is going. How is No Rest for the Wicked going?
It's got co-op now. I would like to try it, but Jesse refused to install it again.
I played like 50. I've seen all the content. It still hasn't really added any. I've kept up with it. It literally hasn't added anything I haven't seen in the 15 hours I played.
Is it still only on PC?
Yeah.
Oh. How much does it cost?
I don't know. It's
on sale right now.
He loves you. Just asking for one. I'm sure I'll give it to you. But
yeah.
It's just it was going through the whole publisher thing because it was private division and now it's self-published and so it's been a long time without a ton changing. That would pull me back in.
Oh wow, it's 42 Australian dollars even on sale. Early access.
I'm saying real money.
It's not your type of game, Nick, at all.
Yeah.
You don't like Souls-likes, do you, Nick?
No, but I don't mind Diablo clones. Like,
it's not a Diablo game at
Diablo
all.
3. I like Diablo 3 a lot.
It's trying to do the Soulsian kind of thing
with Diablo mixed in.
No, the Diablo it's got Diablo's camera.
Not really.
That's about it. It's not a Diablo game in any other way.
Yeah, it's an isometric, Souls-like basically. Stamina management, all that kind of stuff, parrying.
It's a game that really wants you to suffer and grind.
I'm still a bit sad that Thomas Marler doesn't like me anymore.
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit sad about it.
Why does he not like you?
I'll tell you off air.
I wouldn't.
He doesn't like me. He doesn't like me anymore. He's blocked me everywhere.
Wow, full-on block. Wow.
Yeah, Discord, Twitter, all of it.
Jeez.
I couldn't reach out to him even if I wanted to.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, but I like being friends with people. And I never go out of my way, unless it's Luke Plunkett, I don't like going out of my way to get on people's bad side.
Who's that?
Kotaku.
Fucking...
Say no more.
Aftermath.site now, sorry.
But yes, generally, I'd like to try and be friends with everyone if possible.
Hitler? You said everyone.
Yeah, every time.
You throw everyone out there.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
get
ask.
to a level,
I
and
like
then
being
Jesse
friends
just
with people.
fucking blasts
Dead or
through.
alive, even dead people I like to be friends with, regardless.
Okay, sorry, Trump.
Yes, I have reached out to Donald Trump and said, "Hey, mate, do you want to be mates with me?" No,
Amy
I
Le
do
Pen?
not.
All right.
Last question.
Nigel Farage?
Skedaddle. I don't know who that is. Skedaddle.
You're lucky.
First off, Happy New Year and welcome back to the show, Jez. Yesterday on your podcast, you dropped some interesting details about Ninja Theory. You mentioned that Project Mara isn't really something we should expect as an actual game, and more of a concept than a project in active development. And from what you understand, the next real focus is either Hellblade 3 or something set within that universe, with a more interactive design aimed at broadening its appeal. We know how Rand loves his walking simulator, so he will be devastated not getting another one. Does this mean Microsoft are happy with the direction of the Hellblade series and see it having an important future for Xbox? Also, what would you guys like to see done differently, if anything? I know John really enjoyed everything about Hellblade 2.
Yeah, man, what a game. What an experience that was. Fucking goosebumps finishing that. It was awesome.
I couldn't get past the first 30 minutes.
Really? Why?
I was just like,
It's a bit of a nothing game.
I want to kill something.
Yeah, you wanted God of War. But
yeah, I did. I wanted God of War.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I was like,
it was never going to be that. It was never going to be that.
Man, I played through that as the developer intended. In the dark, massive TV, headphones.
You didn't use cloud while in a gym?
Didn't play it on the cloud.
On your phone? While on the treadmill?
Yeah. I really, really fucking loved what it was and what it was trying to be. But I think, unfortunately for them, when they got acquired and everyone was like, oh my God, we're getting Hellblade 2. Oh my God, Ninja Theory going to have the budget to make their version of God of War. Yeah. And then they came out and it was like, it's not that, it's Hellblade 1 again, but bigger.
And like most of the early production time after they talked about it was building up their studio and building up their whole motion capture studio. And it was like 3 years of making the actual game.
Yep.
I did warn everyone that it wasn't going to be God of War. It was going to be Hellblade 1 on steroids. And that's what it effectively is.
If this is the case that they're going to make...
Was it? Sorry, go on.
I mean, you haven't completed it,
It was.
bro, you know?
It's Hellblade 1 on steroids.
It is Hellblade 1, but much better, I think.
It's a lot better.
The story is maybe not as strong, but it's a different story.
Yeah.
So
and visually, it's a thing you want to see
unmatched.
multiple times through the different perspectives with the different narrators.
Visually, it's unmatched, though.
And
it's still the best performing Unreal Engine 5 game. It's the only one that does not have traversal stutter on PC.
And when you are actually in those fights, especially on a harder difficulty, that's actually like a little bit of a challenge. Like they felt so fucking intense that like every fight was a boss fight, and you were like, "Oh fuck!" And it was just epic. I fucking loved it, and the music and the audio was incredible.
When you have the thing. Oh man,
man.
I still need to finish it. I still need to finish it to get all the achievements.
You can do it in 5-6 hours, and some of the visuals are
but it feels like such a grind.
And he has to collect everything, so he's just going to walk around.
Yes, I'm trying to get all the collectibles as well. Same with Keeper.
That's not how you should play. You should play through and enjoy it for what it is, then do all that shit. Because then you don't have to worry about the other stuff. You can just go chapter by chapter and get the bits you missed.
It's funny, Jesse. Ubisoft have updated their website now, and they give you your playtime across your entire history of Ubisoft games. Turns out Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown for me was 42 hours, apparently, according to Ubisoft.
In my review, I was, 15? And I did like 93% of the map.
42 hours in The Lost Crown. I fucking love that game so much.
Hey, seeing as Jez was actually kind of like, this question was more or less framed at him, what's going on with Hellblade 3, Jez? Like, what's the deal with Ninja Theory?
I honestly don't have a ton of details. I just heard that like Project Mara was conceptual, spoke at a show.
That's all it looked like.
Yeah, like, because I often get asked that question, is like, where's Project Mara? When's it coming out? And it's just like, I don't think it's a thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's at least not yet. It's just sort of like a cool concept that maybe one day will become a game, but not for now. They're just working on a singular title, which I think we all expect to be Hellblade 3 potentially.
That's a shame.
I don't know. I mean, finish off Hellblade and then move on to something new. Maybe I don't know.
I'd rather they do something new. Like they have an action game lineage, so like.
What if they are going to do that?
I've heard they're bringing that lineage to the next game, if it is Hellblade. I don't know if it's Hellblade. I just know that it's going to be more interactive and more combat oriented.
Yeah, like Heavenly Sword on PS3 was great. DMC was good. Everyone raves about Enslaved.
Enslaved Odyssey to the West is a really great game.
John loves slavery.
So
every time.
They have that legacy. They have that lineage. I wish they'd lean into it more. Even what was that bloody multiplayer action game thing called again?
Bleeding Edge.
Yeah, Bleeding Edge.
Bleeding Edge.
Even Bleeding Edge. Like I didn't mind it for what it was.
It's right.
No, I played it a lot with the missus. Yeah. We both really liked it, but then obviously it hit at the worst time imaginable.
Yes.
I love mind controlling people into the trains on that with that snake with that snake guy's ult. Oh man, that reminded me of like old school Warcraft so much. Because back in the day in Warcraft, you could mind control all the players into lava and stuff, and Blizzard took it away because it was like toxic. What? But like Bleeding Edge was like, yeah, go on, mind control players into oncoming trains and shit like that. It was fun as hell. But
I didn't mind Bleeding Edge for what it was. I'm not going to rave about it and say it was amazing, but I didn't mind.
It was a cool base.
It kind of reminded me of what was that weird Xbox Live Arcade Batman Joker thing?
Oh, Gotham City Knights.
Gotham City Knights. Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. It was
Gotham City Imposters.
Imposters.
Yeah, Gotham City Imposters. Yeah, it was kind of like that, where it was just like, oh, this is fun for a week, and then get into this forever.
Like High Guard.
Yeah.
Or Concord.
Too soon.
Man, I hadn't looked at this.
Yeah,
I did play. I actually played quite a few matches of Concord in the beta.
Too soon, man. I can't say that. Too soon.
Like Marathon.
Leave.
Yeah.
What are they going to do if Marathon flops?
Bungie's in deep shit.
Gut Bungie even more.
Marathon flops, Bungie's
down.
in deep shit. Or maybe Bungie will go to Microsoft.
Because it's not even a free to play game. It is a pay for $40 game.
Same as Concord was. Same as Concord was.
It's the same as Ark. They're going for that. Ark is really maintaining its player base in the way that Battlefield has, and not at all. So I think that also hurts.
Battlefield didn't kill Call of Duty?
No.
Well, that's what everyone told me. Everyone said that Battlefield 6 was going to kill Call of Duty.
I was like, I'm kind of embarrassed about this because I was fully on that train. I was like, Battlefield, this is it. This is the year of Battlefield, you know. And it just...
Why did people think that?
Every time. Because every time it feels like that.
It was. It sold a fucking shit ton.
But the
reality is cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
The maps
Call of Duty,
kind of suck.
like what people... I think and I say this as someone that's not a huge Call of Duty person anymore. What people have forgotten about Call of Duty is that Call of Duty now is no longer... It's almost no... You know how I keep saying to you guys, Rocket League's not a video game for me anymore? It's just a part of my life, and I just play it every day now because it's like sport to me. It's like a daily activity that I just do. That's what Call of Duty is to most people now. It's no longer just a video game. It's just a part of their life now that they do. So I don't know if you'll ever really... Yeah, you'll see spikes in Battlefield 6 like you got this year, but that's what they are. They're spikes. Battlefield 6 is not part of anyone's life like Call of Duty is now just part of people's lives now. Same with Fortnite. Fortnite is just part of people's lives now. Like it's no longer just a video game. I think that's what people forget about COD.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have down years as the hardcore like us skip it because we don't like what they did or whatever.
They also base a lot of what they see just on Steam numbers and don't take into account that a lot of people play Call of Duty on Battle.net if they're on PC.
On console.
Mostly, it's a very console-focused shooter.
You know what? I gotta call it out. After saying he wouldn't do it, our old friend Paul Tassi did in fact do a Battlefield has lost its player base article this week. I think. Yeah. It was like Arc Raiders has kept it, Battlefield has lost it. But also we got some breaking news from the LinkedIn scrubber himself, Timur, that it confirms from someone who worked at Blizzard that Diablo 4 has sold over 10 million copies as of 2024.
Oh, wow.
That was a while ago.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. That was Christopher Ties LinkedIn. He links to it.
I mean, it's like Ark Raiders. Look how successful Ark Raiders is, and hasn't stopped COD still just continuing to be COD.
Yep.
Like, there's rooms for other games to spike and have success, but COD is no longer just a video game, and I think that's what people have forgotten about COD. It's no longer just a video game anymore.
And it can also be that Battlefield did really well. COD is still doing what would be very well for anything else, but it's still down for COD. But they were expecting it to be down this year because it was generally the up and down when you're repeating the same something. But maybe it's down a little more than they were expecting. We never really know. We can only guess and see if someone leaks it.
It will be a big one again this year because it's Infinity Ward. 4 years
and thanks
of
to Game Pass, it's going to be down anyway.
Yeah.
Like, there
last
are
year
people
was
that
not.
would have bought it. There are people that would have bought it that didn't because of Game Pass.
Man,
like that's just
I
reality.
think more people are aware of the fact that Call of Duty is in Game Pass this year as well.
Yeah.
They would be.
All right.
It's happened.
I got a bed,
2 years in a row.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you out of here, but Nick wants to keep making that same point.
You can go. I've got a 2-person setup. Just Nick and I can talk for a while.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. for
2 in the morning.
Me and Jez. It's time for bed.
He's going to be up
boys
until
and girls.
5 playing Fallout.
It's Saturday night,
I'm
and he's
not.
going to keep playing video
I
games
actually had a
until God knows
normal.
when.
No, I
you're
actually
back.
had a normal sleep cycle until today.
Mine was really
Until
good
now.
until the
Sorry,
holidays.
Jez.
Yeah.
All right, well, that has been a lot of chit-chat about what 2026 might well bring, from video games to hardware to drama and failures and excitement and fun. What we do know is that there is a literal shit ton of really fantastic looking video games coming our way starting this month and onwards. So I know I'm looking forward to this year. Plus a lot of stuff from us. Secret things. Jez, thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday evening as you build your base and hang out with us.
Mate.
Where can people find you? Because, I don't think, Xbox 2 and Windows Central, they're not like the biggest outlets ever. So do you want to just give them a heads where people can...
Yeah, you can find me at windowscentral.com/gaming or... Well, actually, no, I write about AI now, so...
He's just angrily right about it.
/fuck Satya.
Yeah, that's what I do now.
Can you-
on AI all day? That's
Can
my
you
job.
petition Future to rename this website Microslop Central? Do you think they'll go for it?
Oh man, I probably not. I don't think.
A lot of money.
We do own a bunch of alternative domains in case Microsoft ever did hey, we don't like you guys being called Windows anymore. Because that has happened to some outlets.
Yeah. Well, mate, we're in the same boat, right? XboxEra, it's not a great idea in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, that's why we kind of rebranded to XB2, right?
Yeah.
A little bit more vague, but yeah, you can find me at XB2 Podcast on Spotify. Talk about gaming, industry things, and much like XboxEra, and also Windows Central, and you can also find on my socials at jezcorden.com.
Oh, he's got his own website, the big tart. Oh, look at him.
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
Darth
All right.
Monkey says,
Well,
we
thanks,
love you,
Jez.
Jez.
Oh. We all love
appreciate
Jez.
No one loves Nick.
Cool.
I wish I could show you guys my castle, man. It's so sick. I've got artillery now. I got 4 laser turrets set up. It's just, I got a little farm. It's just amazing.
There's a pretty strong contingent of Fallout 76 players on the Xbox Era forum. So,
Hey, Jez.
I'm going to get back into X76 after I'm done with Fallout 4, I think.
Game Pass M4F in the chat has been quite persistent in asking you whether you think Fable is 2026 or not.
I think it'll launch this year. I don't know for sure what the development of that game looks like right now, but I haven't heard anything that would suggest to me it'll slip. And the sort of the way like some of my sources have been talking about it makes me think that it will land this year. But you just never know what's going to happen these days. So I'm personally expecting it, but I could be wrong.
Smash cut to the end of January, and Fable's been canceled.
Yeah. Playground Studios, their satellite studio in Leamington Spa has been closed, and yada yada.
Now that I didn't hear. That's Jesse.
All right. Okay. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us for the first show of 2026. Only 5 episodes to go to episode 300. What
we
will
have
we
nothing
have in
actually
store?
set for it yet.
Nope.
I
not a
need
sausage.
to email Jeff and Phil to find out what's going on there.
Yeah, I'll CC in that chain. We have a chain. There is a chain.
You'll CC. Don't you mean
Yeah.
I'll CC?
No, there's an ongoing chain. I did tell you about this.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I was emailing Jeff.
you've both been emailing.
I think you started a second one, but there is already one in the calendar.
Well, no, I had the first one.
Mar, you did it. You said it.
No.
I didn't.
He's got him. He's got him.
In the know.
No, I
It's all
didn't.
a lie. It's all a lie. All right. Thanks, everybody. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.
Ciao now?
4.